Why can't I see that chair?
I don't know.
Hello, everybody. And apparently, Steven cannot see chairs.
Just like a 3-second warning at least.
You guys have the screen. Anyway. Welcome back. We are back from our week away from the table. Danny and I were out traveling last week, so that is why there was no game last week. But we are back. We have everyone here and present and ready to go, and hope you guys are here to have fun with us. As always, just a few quick reminders as we get started. All of our video content does wind up on our YouTube channel, so head out there to YouTube, search for Casual Cactus. Casual with a C, Cactus with a K, and you'll be able to find all of the videos that we have produced to date. Fair warning, there's a ton of content out there. So you can see everything from previous gameplays, previous campaigns, short form campaigns, one-shots, us talking about D&D, and board gaming and other stuff too. So we do a lot of stuff. A lot of it's sort of all over the place, but the big focus is, of course, on these playthroughs that you can rewatch out there. We also run a Discord server where we keep you guys informed of what the broadcasting schedule is going to be for any given week. So if you haven't already, do be sure that you log on to that, get yourself signed up for it. It's pretty low-key, pretty basic, but you will always be able to know what our broadcasting schedule is going to be by keeping tabs on that Discord server. So be sure you are looking at that. I don't think I have any other announcements to make. Does anyone else? Before we get started? No? Okay. In that case, who would like to give us a rundown on what happened 2 weeks ago?
Stephanie would.
I really wanted to, but I lost my notes.
I know I chased Brayden a whole lot.
Yeah.
And there was a fire. There were a couple fires.
Stephen and I stood around confused a lot.
Which is not too different from day to day.
Art imitates life.
We all met each other, and then Killian took us to go see Castian because we're looking for various personages, and then Danny, whose character's name it's still Simi. No, Rysla, because the other one's bad.
Yeah, I would have introduced myself to you as Rysla.
Got an assignment from people, and then went after a little hobgoblin man, as I would describe a halfling with a hat,
Halfling hobgoblin.
what's stolen from us. There was lots of mirror or windows involved.
Yep.
And then caught up with him because he just went the wrong way, and we got him. And then Steven froze his clothes.
Oh yeah.
And so
Yes.
we shook him down, and then we felt bad because he sold his soul to get his soul back from someone else, I think.
You got a weird, creepy puppeteer situation.
And there was a door that went to this giant library of stuff, but it could also have food in it. And
That's how we finally managed to get you in the door, because food.
we got
She was in there too.
yes, and that is what I remember from my notes.
Anybody else have anything else that stood out to them?
I mean, several of us pledged allegiance to Brayden.
Wait, what now?
I guess that's sort of... I didn't make a deal. I think that was mostly you and Killian.
Yep.
Yeah, what Pledge of Allegiance did?
Oh, we
Sad
did.
Lost
We decided
Boy.
that we're gonna help Sad Lost Boy over there.
I mean, Simi would have to a degree, kind of.
Especially as he kept telling us that he didn't need help, and no, it's okay. We don't need to try and fix his problem, and it's fine.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're gonna help you anyway.
Yeah. We're those kinds
no.
of people. It's fine.
There's
Oh my gosh, there's
more.
more.
Wait, but this one isn't on
Tortilla?
No,
Should I-
only the picture of the person.
Should I read it for the class?
Well, we gotta wait
Yes,
for.
please.
We haven't run into it yet, though, right?
It's very
Oh, that's
Volume
It's
5, we're
very-
going back in the future.
It's an old one.
Yes.
Old version.
So we did discover last time that apparently Dells has been writing her own newsletter.
The
Danny,
choir.
that camera.
It's okay. That camera didn't
he
see
still
it.
didn't even get himself off of the screen.
Yeah, Keith.
Well, I can do that too if you'd rather.
So we discovered that Dells was sending out newsletters that apparently might have accidentally backfired. She was trying to slander her brother's name.
Which
And
backfired.
yeah, it's instead driven a lot of business to Elwick.
So much so he wants her to quit.
Yes, so that's like he hired you guys, right? To try and get
Yes.
her to quit. Okay.
Yes.
But she hired you first? Did I understand that right?
No.
Okay. In my brain, I thought that she had hired
No.
you to go down there, and then he like double hired you to come back and stop her because she was sending people your way. Okay. It was also funny in my brain though, so you know. So this is Volume 5, Issue 7 of Doings by Delsaris. Dragons? Question mark. Realms reckoning. Townsfolk awaken to. Oh, I almost said scalded. Dyslexia is fun, guys. Scaled menaces roaming the countryside. In a twist that left even the most imaginative villagers rubbing their eyes in disbelief, the peaceful tranquility of the countryside was rudely interrupted by an unexpected sighting of what they are now calling dragons flying above the fields. Scaled and sinewy, these creatures are wreaking havoc wherever sighted. Witnesses, still blinking sleep from their eyes, stumbled upon scenes straight out of a drunken nightmare. She has interesting nightmares. As the aftermath of these dragons has left fields adorned with remnants of stolen sheep, ashes of what once were fertile fields, and in one case, a large steaming pile of what one beet farmer was quoted as saying, "The largest load of shit I've ever seen, unless you count my tax collector." I don't know why he became Southern, but it kind of works. I stand by it. The townsfolk, torn between marveling at the spectacle and reaching for their brooms in a panicked attempt at dragon control, found themselves in a peculiar dilemma. Do they treat this like a typical Tuesday morning mishap, or do they consider updating their insurance policies to include acts of dragon? "This city has gone downhill since I was a little girl," commented one anonymous passerby. When asked how long ago that may have been, the unnamed person hurried away in a huff. Down below, "I was kidnapped by dragons." Yours truly overheard one Brillada Brighton, 48, of Drunken Horse Inn in Waysmith, Portshire.
Portershire?
Waysmith, Portershire town. It's got town. Waysmith, Portershire town.
Definitely a real place.
I love everything about that. Retelling a thrilling, if not slightly slurred, tale of being kidnapped by one of these new scaly monsters. Apparently, Miss Brighton was on her way to church when a dragon manifested out of the sky, grabbed her in its claws, and took her away to its house in the sky. When pressed for more information, such as what house could be in the sky, how did you get home again, and how did no one else see or hear this giant creature steal you in broad daylight, I was promptly removed from the tavern for ruining a perfectly good evening's entertainment, you pillock.
Jeez.
Okay, so we're just keeping a collection of these, right?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna keep.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna keep like an archive of all of these.
That'll be good.
It actually reminds me, the dragon flew over the city and inanimate objects came
Oh,
alive.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That might be a relevant thing later.
Sort of recap.
Just to
That's
any
not
cities,
going to come
so.
back to bite us.
Well, now Waysmith,
Waysmith,
Portershire
Portershire
town.
Say that 10 times fast.
Yeah, I'm not adding that one to the map. Sorry.
That's amazing.
Is that why you made it complicated? So we had to add it to the map?
No, I just didn't have any city. I didn't want to mess with Keith's world. So I made one up.
That's so considerate. It makes sense. It makes sense. I like it. That was amazing. And it sounds like it could maybe be real or Adele's creation, so it works.
It works either way.
It works
right?
either way.
It works either way. So, what did each of you do after the events of last session? What would you have done for a couple of days? Because we are picking up 2 days hence.
Uh-oh.
Continuing on with business. I made a hat for somebody. Was it you? I think I made a hat for.
I would have tried to steal them.
That tracks.
Somebody requested a hat. I think it was you because you wanted the backside to be flat.
Oh yes, that's right. I did want the backside to be flat.
That.
Yes.
And then after you made it for her, she tried to steal it
And
from
then
you.
just tried to steal it. I would have made Kazakh take me around showing the tortilla to everyone and just making sure I covered all my bases. Has anyone seen this person? I might have tried to send him into a brothel because I didn't want to go in. I don't know if you would have gone in.
Sure. Doesn't bother
Okay,
me.
so I would have sent Kazakh into the brothels
Okay.
to ask them if they've
Um,
Oh,
So-
you go to the brothel.
So Nix and Kazakh,
Yeah.
make me please either a perception check or an insight check, whichever you would prefer, as long as you are proficient with it.
Insight or what? Sorry.
Or insight or perception.
Okay, I'm proficient in insight.
Okay.
I can't see it. Okay, that's
you a
10
magnifying
plus 9,
glass.
so 19.
19. Kazakh?
Oh, you want me to roll too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I said both.
Big ass tower and little kitty dice.
And then my next day.
Nothing has ever been more Steph.
Right?
If it was sparkly, it would be more stem.
I mean, that's kind of shiny.
It's kind of sparkly.
Well, that's true.
I remember at the con they were selling
I thought,
very
like,
small
the
dice
shiny
and
dice.
magnifying glasses.
I need that now. I'm getting
He's just
full.
like, hey, I have a ton of these and it's working out.
Nice.
18.
We'll throw the seed.
So which skill did you use?
Athletics? Wait, so you said whatever.
I said either perception or insight, whichever you were proficient with.
I have a really bad headache right now, so
Oh no.
That's okay.
Do you need something?
perception or
Insight.
Insight.
insight. Both zeros, so that would be a 10.
Okay.
Do you need anything? Sure.
Thank you.
He never takes anything.
Upside down.
Well, Kazakh, bastion of perception that you are, notices nothing unusual as you take Nix around on this quest to see if they can, to see if you can track down Delts. Nix, on the other hand, it doesn't really matter where in the city you go. You notice a couple of really odd things. People react to Kazakh.
Oh.
And they react to him in a handful of ways. The first, the one that you most see and most understand, is a little bit of sort of, they don't really, it starts out as they don't really understand what they're seeing.
Okay.
And then once they do, there's an awful lot of like shying away, as if they're not real sure what to think of him.
Okay.
There's a good bit of right on that edge of fight or flight, and most of it's on the flight side, but there's a lot of sort of, they stop in that deer in the headlight and watch as you guys walk down the street. So that's sort of the main thing you see. But there are two other like flavors of reactions that you catch as well. It's not quite as frequent, but it does happen. Certain members of the female persuasion
I need a pencil for this. Sorry, please.
look at him as though they want to jump him.
Goodness.
Who added
I'm
that
used
one?
to it.
I know someone had to have added that one.
And
What's your charisma?
and for most of the women that wish to jump him, they are oftentimes accompanied by men who wish to jump him for different reasons.
Would have been better if it was the same.
I mean, there's a few of those too. Let's
It's
not.
no,
I mean,
no different
honestly.
from day to day life, really.
But yeah, so there's a lot of people that just there's a lot of people that just want to get away because they don't know if he's like dangerous or whatever. Then there's a handful of women that want to jump his bones, and they're men who want to fight him because their girlfriends want to jump his bones.
I find this very funny.
It's because you're a great dad.
Like,
Did you add this so that you would have a chance to?
That wasn't
like,
me. I wish it was though.
Wait, what was?
I assume that this came out in the like 2 truths and a lie thing that we did for.
That one of somebody's truths is that,
Yeah.
like, Dragonborn have this irresistible. They just exude sex appeal.
Apparently, there are lots
I didn't-
of women's dailies in this world. I don't know.
Oh gosh, that's what
Calm
it
down.
is.
Calm down. Calm down.
I'm good.
Something has awoken in the population.
Something's changed within me.
Well, there was. I think there was talk of certain people going after dragons because of that whole thing, like fetishizing dragons. I guess I don't know. I don't know.
If we kill dragons, we can find out what hormone it is and we can make cologne.
Good to see that Rule 34 remains in effect in this universe.
Yep. Yep.
this girl's kidnapped by a dragon.
Yeah.
Um,
by a dragon.
so on the back of my little tortilla sheet, I kind of start making little tallies just to. It amuses me, or I'm like, and that's a like, and that's a like. And I'm like, have you seen her? Oh, that was a no. It's a no music. I'm like, hey, you're popular, buddy.
Okay. Lyra and Lyra and Rain. What are you guys up to?
He just decided that you two are a one unit now.
It's for us.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Ding dong.
I mean, a little bit of catching up, but also I want to shop for food supplies and spices.
Yeah, so we'll go
Okay.
check out the markets.
There are several markets in town, and not every market has everything you're looking for, but in the course of a couple of days and visiting the various and sundry markets, you'll be able to find what you're looking for.
I'm looking for weird stuff.
Sorry.
Like what, specifically?
I go to the
Monster
shopkeeper
parts.
and I'm like, okay, what is the weirdest spice you have?
Okay.
What is the most unusual thing you can sell
All
me?
right. So you're not looking for something specifically weird. You're
No,
looking
I
for
wanna
whatever
try
weird they have.
everything.
Okay.
He slides over salt and pepper.
I have to run a shop.
Yep. So you're able to find. I mean, a couple of the shopkeepers look at you a little funny and, like, are you really? Are you okay? And then they start pulling out like all kinds of weird stuff. You get some of the standard fare, salt and pepper. Salt from one, peppercorns from another, a little bit of, pretty much, they'll each find something a little weird for you. Tends to be some of the pricier stuff that they carry in not as great, not as large quantities, but yeah, each of them has something a little bit unique. I mean, some of what they pull out as unique and weird, you've already seen.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff is like, oh, you haven't seen cinnamon before. That's might have to try some of that. And Eye of Newt from one of them, because of
Why
course you
not?
did.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you're able to find some weird stuff to try out, to check out.
Okay.
Question.
Ja.
Has anyone managed to kill a dragon yet?
Interesting question. That is a very
That is a very interesting question. Roll me an investigation check.
Ooh, I have a second question. Oh yeah. I just need to keep my tiny d20 actually
It's
out.
like talking about guilds and WoW downing a boss in a dungeon.
What was the?
investigation.
Investigation.
I can't even
The
see.
5.
Ooh.
You do not find any news at all of anyone having taken down a dragon yet.
So like not even like you know how like they'll do the rhino horn. They'll be like, this is real powdered rhino. Like nobody.
So okay. So I assumed you were just looking for like news about that. And as far as news goes, criers or
Gotcha.
post-its or anything like that, you don't find anything. Now,
Other than like a real.
now, if you
okay.
go into shops, yes, you're going to find some of that. You're going to find
Dragon
powdered
scales
dragon
is-
horn or
gotcha.
things that are obviously not dragon scales being sold as dragon scales,
Is that
but nothing credible.
They haven't worked out like some. Oh yes, there's this catapult with.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Not that you're able to find.
Okay.
I would make a point of going by the castle, or whatever stands for the castle that's left, and just trying to scout it out, get a
Oh,
feel
the-
for.
The palace is very much still there.
Yeah, so I would go by there at least once or twice and try to get a feel for what might be going on there, because I want to get a good sort of pulse on the city, and that seems to be like, if I don't know what's going on there, then I don't know what's going on in the city
Okay.
as a whole.
All right. So the palace itself and the keep that surrounds it does sit atop the high ground of the city. It is at the highest point in the city. You can't get anywhere near it for a couple of reasons. One, the city guard, and here in the center of the city, it's mostly bolstered by forces wearing the Apellian Order sigil on their city guard uniform. That's almost all you see at the city core. They're not letting anyone near the palace.
Okay.
In fact, there's a, I won't call it a no man's land between their lines and the palace, but that's basically what it is. There's a stretch where the palace has been physically isolated from the city. No one is in that space.
Okay.
The shops and the homes that had built up around the outside of the keep are deserted. Clearly, the streets are not being swept and maintained, so it's starting to have sort of this rundown, sort of eerie, almost dead feel to it. But you're not sure if that's the street or emanating from the keep itself, because that's the other thing that's keeping you away from it. There is actually an energy field over the keep.
Okay.
It's real hard to see in broad daylight, but it's there. And as you do get closer, as you get as close as the guards will let you get, you can start to see sort of that shimmery magic.
Okay.
It's not really a dome. It's not a regular shape, but there is an energy field of some kind over the keep.
Okay. So at some
Make me a perception check at disadvantage as you're trying to peer around the guards.
That's gonna be terrible. 8.
Okay. Yeah, that's
At some
all
point-
you're able to catch from your visits up there.
At some point during the night, I would send my homunculus to try to map out as much of the surface of that dome as he can. See if there's any holes in it or whatever. But that would be at nighttime.
Okay. And what form does that take for you?
It's a really ugly little imp-looking thing.
Okay.
I don't know that I can change that.
You can make a homunculus look like anything.
Oh, then it probably looks like. It probably looks like a praying mantis then, like an extra large praying mantis.
Okay.
I like it. Human hand.
Big enough.
No.
So you say extra large, but would it be big enough to in the night sky, if it was flying around, attract attention?
I mean, it's probably like yay big, so no bigger than maybe like a large bird, but
Okay, so depending upon how high up it was, it could. Okay.
yeah,
Some
Ask
single
for a
thinks it is
burger
its
patty.
lucky day.
Okay.
until it gets close.
And how does your interaction with it, as far as its scouting go, how does that work
It's
mechanically?
actually really cool. As long as it's on the same plane, it can share its senses with me, and unlike
In gear.
Ingir or Max, it doesn't like incapacitate me to interact with it.
Okay, so you can see
Yeah,
through its
that's really
eyes
cool.
then.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're doing that, would you use its stats or your own?
It uses its stats.
Its
yeah.
stats. Okay. All right. All right. So during your first nighttime scouting with it, does it have dark vision?
I believe so. Let me double check that though. I should have just kept this up. I had it up last week, or 2 weeks ago. Okay, homunculus open. Yes, it does. 60-foot dark vision.
60. Okay. You're probably gonna have to be higher than 60 feet to get over to get over the field. So, and it's dark. So make me a perception check for your homunculus at disadvantage.
That's gonna be a 10.
10. Okay. So for starters, it does not find any gaps or weaknesses in the field over the palace.
Okay.
I'll leave it up to you to determine how thoroughly over that area he covers, because he is,
Yeah.
a single being covering a lot of area fairly quickly. So take that as you will.
I mean, mostly he's gonna like check the top and see if it's actually like a dome in terms of like it covers the top.
Yeah, it is a solid. It's not just a wall. It is a solid like.
Okay. That's
not-
most of what he's checking.
Okay. It does notice, and you would notice movement on the palace grounds, but you're not able to make out what it is.
Makes sense.
The other oddity you will note is at night, there are no lights on. There are no torches burning in the palace.
Gotcha.
So it is just like full dark castle mode at night.
Okay.
Did you think of something? I thought I saw you say something, want to circle back around to something, or did I just make that up?
I don't think so.
Must have made it up. Okay.
But I was running a business for a few days, so
Yeah, typical
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
People coming in and out.
we never did discuss like how much gold I've made in the past year from business.
Negative gold.
My hats are awesome.
Well,
Thank you very much.
yes, but you also have to pay awesome vendors for their for your raw materials. So we'll discuss that. Lucas, what have you been up to for the last couple of days, my friend?
Well, don't hate me, but
Oh, I already do.
What haven't you been up to?
I'm glad it's you that's doing this now and not me.
Lucas has been watching the docks recently.
Okay.
More so, I'm looking for a specific thing. So, I'm going to add some lore to your world. Basically, there is a thing called an anchor reef squid. And it is a very, high commodity thing that a lot of the aristocratic people like enjoying as a delicacy here in the
Okay.
capital.
All right.
And it is highly protected,
Okay.
as the ink of said squid can sometimes be very magical.
Ah,
And I'm trying
okay.
to get some more ink to use and add some more spells to my grimoire.
Okay.
So I'm scoping out for when the shipment is taken to the Impelian Order for disposal.
Ah, I see.
And it's not going to make it there if I can...
It's going to be waylaid.
Okay.
Yeah, stealing your borrowing.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do it this way to start with.
Okay.
I want for you to make me, please,
Begin to outweigh the rest of the people.
Oh, for sure.
make me a D10 roll.
A D10
No,
roll.
make it a D12.
A D12 roll.
Okay, I'll steal back from the thieves. And it just becomes a weird cycle.
Okay. 11.
11.
Squid are
Okay.
available
The amount of guards that
during
protect
the-
it.
So in the 2 days that you're watching
Mhm.
the docks, there are about 11 ships that come in.
Okay.
Of those 11, 3 of them appear to have a crate each of these specific squids.
Okay.
They don't immediately leave the docks. They do go into a warehouse on the docks. Watching that particular warehouse, you notice that on the second day, a wagon pulls up with the emblem of the Apellian Order plastered on the side. There's a driver and one guard sitting shotgun with him, and 3 mounted guards along the way with it.
Hip hip hooray, Kalu Kalay.
And they pull right into the warehouse.
Mhm.
Warehouse doors close.
Okay.
They're in there for 3 or 4 hours. The doors open. The wagon and all the guards come out and head back up the hill towards the Apellian Order.
Okay. Is there anything on their cart?
It's covered, but yes, it is loaded. You don't know what it's loaded with.
Okay.
Make me a perception check.
Oh, shit. 5.
5. There's crates and barrels and stuff covered with a tarp, but you got no clue.
Mhm.
You got nothing.
Okay.
Now,
Mhm.
make me a separate perception check real quick. And I will give you advantage because you have staked out the docks specifically.
5.
With advantage.
I rolled a 7 and a 1.
Oh
Wow.
Oh.
Oh,
But you're not asking me for help.
Okay.
Well,
He doesn't know us.
I mean,
We captured him.
yep.
All right then. Yeah, all of your focus is on those crates, and you're not real sure if you've lost them, if they're still in the warehouse, if they got on the cart. What? It's just, yeah, it is what it is.
is the tarp tying everything down? Or is it like a loose tarp?
It's more like a loose tarp. It's more like draped over it to keep, to keep it out of sight, keep it out of the weather. Not so much holding it down that you can see.
Yep. Okay. Okay. I am going to look for a inaccessible roof.
Okay.
I'm going to climb to an inaccessible roof that is close to said road.
Okay. And how are you climbing to said roof?
With my hands?
You just said it's inaccessible.
Oh,
I think
right,
you meant
inaccessible.
accessible. Well, did,
No,
or did-
inaccessible.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll Misty step up there.
Okay.
It's like, how
I
are
will.
you gonna
I also
do
cast before I do anything. Before it all kicks off, I'll.
I think I know where you're going with this, and I'm going to address that. Give me a second. So what are you doing? Sorry?
Going to the top of the roof.
But what were you doing before you...
Casting nondescript on myself. So
Okay.
for 10 minutes, no one knows what my features are.
Okay. Nondescript, easy enough.
Mm-hmm.
Bada bing, bada boom. Now, if I recall correctly, with Misty Step, you have to see where you're going. How are you going to see the rooftop from the ground?
Well, you see there are cliffs.
So I didn't want to interrupt on what he's doing, but this may become relevant. Unless Lucas has a problem with it, Killian was going to offer to keep watch over him in case the Apellian Order tried again. So Simi can do other things. Do you want Killian to be involved in
So
this?
do you want Killian to be there with you?
Aren't you a holy man?
You don't know that.
Oh, aren't you an armored man?
Yeah?
How good are you at heists? Can you make me invisible?
Are we at the market at this point? Or
I cannot make you invisible. I can make myself almost invisible.
I mean, all of these things are kind of happening at the same
Can
time.
you make a fog?
No, but I can carry you up to wherever you're trying to get to.
Oh yes, please, uppies.
In that case, before we do uppies, please, because you're with him watching the docks, make me a perception check with advantage, please.
You should have asked me.
You're a businessman. I don't know what you do.
17.
Okay. 11 ships come in. No ships go out.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the ships that were planning to go out
Suddenly don't go out.
suddenly don't go out. And looking out past sort of the gates of the bay, there are ships out there that approach and are clearly told don't come into the harbor after the first day.
Huh. Interesting.
Just so you know.
And now you know.
Oh, good.
I don't know if that changes your plans at all.
I mean, not really.
Now, are you wanting to do this quietly and stealthily, or...
I mean, nothing I have is going to be quiet or stealthy because I don't know how. My plan currently, and it's a bad one,
He's too self-aware.
is you see, I don't have the sword handle. I have a ring. Basically, I can lift like 1,000 pounds. So my plan is to just lift the wagon, shake off the dudes, put it here, grab the stuff, and leave. While they're trying to figure out how to get up here.
So you can grab it without actually being down there.
Yes. Within 60 feet.
I will remind you of what we have already discussed. There are guards everywhere.
His wisdom's a negative too.
So I like it. What's your escape plan?
Well...
Escape.
To escape? It seems like a good shout. Just
when are
hiding.
they moving their wagon?
So
I assume it's in the middle of the day in broad daylight in
absolutely.
well-traveled areas of the
yeah. In fact, the wagon was in the warehouse basically over high sun noon, and they're taking off like right after lunch, and the roads are not jam-packed, but they're pretty busy. It is the docks.
How confident are you that what you want is on that wagon?
That's a good question. I don't. I'm assuming. Let's see if I have anything that will let me know if it is. Locate object is what I'm looking for on this card.
Is there any sort
Anchor
of
Reef
roll
Squid
to
Ink.
that? Or-
No.
No? Okay.
I think there is for locate creature, but this is locate object.
Locate object.
There-
So what are you looking for specifically?
The crate that has the ink sacks
Is
or
still
barrel.
is still in the warehouse.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. So, again, this is your show. Why aren't we breaking into the warehouse to get it?
Well, we can now because I didn't realize it was not on the card.
Okay.
That could have gone bad.
How well guarded is this warehouse, Keith?
I mean, beyond the city guards that are on regular patrols of the docks, because the docks, the warehouse itself has at least a dozen guards at all times, making rounds inside. Some of them are inside. You can see, past windows as they pass windows. Some of them are outside. There's a couple, sitting by likely entrances and checking people coming in and out. It's pretty well guarded, actually.
You just see this small halfling just smiling. I mean, maybe they have one of those roof doors, and we can just pull it out.
How many bodies were you planning on dropping doing this?
None.
Okay. Do you have
This
some...
is a stealth mission.
Do you have some special way of not having to fight off all the guards?
Yes.
And it is...
Running away. Or riding the barrel off to the sunset. That's another option.
Keith, you said it's on the docks.
I like your confidence in your plan.
When you say
I have
on
low
the
wisdom.
docks,
Such low.
It's dockside.
But your confidence
dockside.
Yeah.
is so awesome.
Dark side of the moon.
So I believe I'm correct in assuming that I couldn't just swim under the warehouse, climb up, and
No,
yeah, okay.
no, it is actually built on solid ground.
I mean, how well guarded is the roof, Keith?
I mean, if worse comes to worse, I can shift gravity.
I mean, honestly, they don't think anyone's stupid enough to try and get on the roof because of how well the streets are guarded.
But
And
I am.
How far away is the closest building to that warehouse?
It's not too far. I mean, it's tight. It's fairly tightly packed. There's other warehouses sort of backed right up to it.
I mean, we can probably get on the roof pretty easily.
Okay.
And then,
Much better plan. More well thought out. You're very smart.
do you have anything that could create a distraction?
Let's see. As I'm just pulling things. I'm just pulling things out of just random pockets. Just
I don't
weird
want to shut the kid
trinkets.
down. I want him to feel like he's accomplished and
Kid,
he's
how old is
capable.
he?
I don't know. He's a
How
half.
old?
He looks like a kid.
He's 42.
Probably maybe late 20s, early 30s.
He's a child as far as I'm concerned.
How old is Killian?
At this point, 25, maybe?
Oh, jeez, you're still a kid too.
I mean, when we started all this, Killian was 20.
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
think
why
I was
I
the
wanted
oldest
to be
one
so
in the
bad.
group.
Yeah.
And your
Because he's
question?
young?
No.
Young stupid.
Okay.
Sorry, ignorant. That's the right word.
All right. Well,
Unless there's dead people here, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
okay.
Let's ignore what I just said.
Okay. I could probably cover the distraction.
Okay.
Keith, from our perch where we have climbed up, looking at that warehouse, can I plan out a fairly... So, I can climb on any surface. So getting up onto the roofs and like climbing across the roofs and then onto it's not hard for Killian to do. Do I see a route that looks pretty easy to make that happen?
For a Killian, yeah, you could probably make that happen.
Okay.
Couple of the gaps might be a little tough for your friend here.
Okay.
You can't jump that.
If that trust me. Okay. So yeah, I can get us up on the roof, and I can provide a distraction. So how about we get up on the roof?
Okay.
We see if we can find what they're keeping everything in.
Okay.
If we're really lucky, we'll be able to create a distraction, and then you use your magic to just pull it up through the roof.
Okay.
We'll quietly get like a little opening for it, and then we'll wait for the coast to be clear, and we will evacuate with it.
All right.
Before we do this, though, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Where were you planning on running away with this to?
I mean, I have my house.
The house that burned?
Burned. What house burned?
Wasn't your hideout on fire?
Oh, that one. No, I have the key.
Oh, right. Okay. I tell you what. Before we do this, let's go have a chat with Castian.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So the rest of us gonna be coming up with a rescue plan for you.
Rescue plan. I can like divert
alibi.
some.
You're making this a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be.
Not enough.
Then again, I was about to
You can just
loot
go to a
I was
smashing
about to
grab.
loot a wagon that didn't have what it was. What I had on it. So you know.
Yeah, we'll just. I want to know that wherever we're running away to won't be guarded when we get there.
Okay.
So he was just gonna do a smash and grab, but you made it more complicated.
I mean, I'm not opposed to a smash and grab, but we have to have somewhere we can take it to once we grab it. So we're gonna go by Castian's shop.
Okay. We will circle back around to that.
I didn't think it was gonna be that complicated, but sure.
Yeah, when you got like 100 guards on you. It's like,
I can always banish myself.
So,
Oh
that's actually not a bad
It's
idea.
not a bad idea. Give
So
me a
see-
minute to come up with some more bullshit.
so Simi, mid-morning, you are at your place of business going over the books, and messenger sort of walks through the front door, waves at you through the window of your office, hands a couple of envelopes to your assistant there at the store, and turns and walks out. Your assistant sorts through the mail, puts a couple aside for shop business, brings two to you. There are two of them. One of them you recognize as being from your handler from the order. One of them you recognize as being from Akerai.
I open them and read them.
Which one first?
What's more important?
I hum and haw over the Akerai one for a minute and then like open the other one first.
You open the other one first. Okay. It is a note from your handler. The order has been approached by the Merchants Guild, and given what you know of politics, you know that that's actually sort of a pretty big deal, because the Merchants Guild is looking for influence and the order is looking for influence, so they're kind of at each other's like loggerheads right now. So the fact that the order was approached by the Merchants Guild, kind of a big thing. It seems one of their members sent his daughter out for her very first negotiation with a rival house. And that was a couple of days ago,
Uh-oh.
during the whole brouhaha with the dragons flying over the city. And her guards kind of lost track of her. She hasn't been seen. And just this morning, there was a ransom note delivered to her father, asking for a tidy sum of gold to be delivered to certain secret spot to be picked up in order for her return.
What's the
And so the Merchants Guild has approached the Apellian Order because the Apellian Order is supposed to be keeping law and order in the city. So this lands squarely in the Order's lap, and you have been tasked to investigate.
Okay then.
We got 2 rescue missions going on.
Wait, what was the first one?
You. The first one is you.
Oh.
So tell me the details about the family again. Like, what's...
Okay, so the family is it's a halfling family. They are textile distributors. It is the Smooth Hands halfling family, and their daughter, their only daughter, Dee, was being sent for her first business negotiation. She's being groomed to start to have a larger role in the family company. She was supposed to be meeting with a representative of the Naders in a DIR, who is actually they represent a farming co-op that ships cotton and wool into the city for processing.
Okay, so her name was...
Her name was Dee, D-E-E, Smooth Hands. You know what? The random name tables in Xanathar's gave me that, so
Child, stop.
just gonna roll with it.
Smooth hand.
So, okay, and textile family,
Mm-hmm.
and who was she supposed to be negotiating with?
The representative of the Nader family in a DIR. They are a human family, and they represent a ranching and farming co-op outside of the city.
Okay. I will check Akurai's note now.
Okay. Dear Simi, just wanted to drop you a note and let you know I was thinking of you. Be back in the city as soon as I can. Love you, miss you, see you soon. Akurai.
Would I call her Sammy or Riza?
He's gonna send it to Simi.
Right? Is with a C or a K?
C.
L-E-W.
C for
I also realized earlier in the chat that there was another completely
Hey,
different spelling
that's
for
my name.
Rizla.
It's okay. I sent Daniel 3 different variations of Kazakh, and none of them were right.
I should have made it really complicated.
I mean,
It's
as
like
long
with
as
a
in your
C.
notes you know what you mean
Okay, yeah.
and can say
fair.
it, that's the
Yeah.
important part, right?
That's fair. Okay, so on to investigate, I suppose.
Okay. Are you going to specifically look for any of your friends to go with you, or are you going to do this solo?
Is this a kind of thing that I would have done solo before?
I will leave that up to you.
I'm very good at finding people.
I mean, if
I'm
she-
currently busy though, but
If she,
our offices will get back to you.
she frequently finds people. I mean, I'm imagining that's they are sending her jobs as they have. So I assume she does this kind of stuff solo fairly frequently.
Okay.
Okay,
That's fine. I just wanted to give you the option.
which means we don't necessarily have to run it on camera if you don't want to. Kind of depends on how hand wavy you want to be about it.
Okay. That's
Does it
fine.
tie into other stuff?
It's fine.
Maybe.
I mean, if you want me to, I'll run it. I also just don't want to eat up everybody else's time.
Danny, Braden and I are planning a heist.
It's fine.
It's fine. Eat up as much
We'll,
time as
we'll,
you
we'll
need.
roll with it. We'll make it work. No worries.
Googling praying mantises with human hands. We have.
Why would you do this to
Because it
me?
bothers
why
you.
AI exists.
I need a better reference for my drawings. Steven.
I don't generally promote the use of it, but AI exists, and I feel like this would be a valid use of it.
Okay. So Castian and Lucas and Killian.
So we come into Castian's store.
Ding 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 ding.
Oh, welcome back. What brings you by here?
Oh, I just had some questions for you.
I might have some answers.
Is there anybody else in the store?
Oh, there it is.
Evens or odds?
Odds.
Yes.
I had some questions about a special order, but if you're busy, it can wait.
How many?
Two.
I can wander back in and help.
Are they just browsing or they got like a special request?
One of them's just browsing. One of them, you were actually in the middle of wrapping up his order to hand it off.
Okay. Okay, is this time sensitive or is it
No, I think we have some time. We can wait a little bit.
okay. Give me about 10 minutes maybe?
Sure.
And then I'll try to wrap up as fast
Okay.
as I can and
You actually wrap it up in about 7, so
Okay.
that's fine. You're able to wrap up the one, get payment, take the order for the other.
okay.
He wanted something. He wanted a special order, so you take his measurements, do all the things, do your notes, and then usher him out.
Alrighty. Special order. Is this a behind closed door thing?
Not when your store's empty.
Well, I'm saying it could be more secure if we need to be.
That's probably not a bad idea.
Okay, I will put a sign out say out for lunch.
Okay.
Let's go to the back room.
Huh?
Like that's the extra security.
The upper lunch
I
sign.
will lock the door,
Close the blinds.
but we're in the back room anyway with the door shut, so I mean, I can see it anyway. What's going on?
So, suppose that we were to suddenly find ourselves with a very valuable barrel of something that a lot of people would want really bad and would probably start scouring the city for. You wouldn't happen to know a place where we could hide and not be found, like a safe house or anything we could use, would you?
Oh, my friend, you've come to the right place.
I thought you might.
Is that a yes?
That's a yes.
A barrel, huh?
Maybe. It
So-
might be in a box. It might be in a bag. I don't really know.
Okay.
I hope it's not in a bag.
Can you give me the specific of what it is so I can have a little bit more idea how they
Oh,
handle
yeah,
it?
sure. You want to fill him in on what
Yeah.
it is?
Anchor Reef Squid Ink.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
I need it for more spells so I can help all of you in what you're doing. He lies.
Let me try to hide it. Okay. When are you planning on acquiring this?
Well, we know where it is right now, but I was a little concerned that Lucas's plan here didn't involve having a safe place to run to when he grabbed it.
Okay, fair enough.
Keith, how many guards are on that warehouse?
Like I say, about a dozen.
The warehouse it's in currently has a dozen guards on it. But given that we're stealing what I assume to be the Apellian Order's stock of magic ink, I suspect that they will want it back and will come looking for it. So I'd like to know that I'm in a place they probably won't look.
Just
Okay.
until I can distill it into writable ink.
Fair enough.
Which
Okay.
should take me a little while. I just need to... I'll wave the key. I just need somewhere to operate for a little while.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Given my underground business, I assume that I might have a safe house somewhere.
You tell me.
I would think so. Okay, let me pull up the map here.
Where shall I be as the safe house?
Okay. That's a good question. Okay. So we definitely don't want it anywhere near the palace or anywhere around the guards.
You probably don't want it near your store either.
Exactly. Okay. So if you look at the map,
Uh-huh.
and just northwest. Give me a pencil.
Pencil.
Ink pencil. Sorry. There you go.
Just
Give me a pencil.
just northwest of what?
No, just northwest, Keith.
Okay. So Keith, for the lower income area, where is that exactly? That's like over here?
No, that's going to be along the waterfront.
One of the water. Okay. So then, what's the area up here?
That's sort of upper middle class.
Upper middle. Okay. So, somewhat fairly safe then.
Fairly.
Somewhat fairly safe.
Somewhat fairly.
Yeah.
So what are you? Where are you looking?
So I was thinking like maybe somewhere around here.
Up there?
Yeah. If that's doable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what's there.
Yep. I can put you a spot there if you want it.
Okay.
What is your safe house? Is it like a
Well, it's gonna blend in what's around it. So I'm assuming is it housing? Is it like shops?
be a row of brownstones? So like a row of townhouses.
Okay, it'll be like a regular house to blend in.
Okay. You got it.
Okay, so Killian, if you look at the map up here, I have a safe house, one of the townhouses.
Now, I will tell you, this, number 13 right there, is the Apellian chapter house. Is the Apellian Order chapter
Last
house.
place
Perfect.
they'll look.
Yep.
That's actually, I was actually, if he didn't have anything, I was going to go to see me because I was like, they probably won't check their own stuff.
Yeah.
So, just so you are aware of the proximity there.
Put it in her house.
Okay.
Sammy stole it.
But it is on the edge of town
I
too, so
just
Yes, but that's
Covered
there's a
it.
city
There
wall
you go.
right across the street from it.
walls.
as I was on his trail,
Mm-hmm.
which is my job.
Okay, so Keith,
Yeah.
first off, how close is my safe house to the wall? First off, is there like a street going past it?
It
and then
is.
the wall?
Yeah, it is one of the main thoroughfares of town,
Okay.
and then right on the other side of that is the wall.
Perfect.
And it
Close
was
enough
on
to
the
have dug a
immediate
tunnel
other
to
side
the
of
other
the
side of the wall.
Farmland, out of town, maybe some lean-tos and
No.
homeless jungles.
Okay.
No
Okay.
cows.
It's just a plastic cow that covers the entrance from the outside.
And then this is a gate to go outside, right?
Correct.
Okay.
That's not a bad place for a safe house.
Oh, the giant golden cow.
I haven't put in the walls, but suffice to say there are walls all the way around the city.
Okay. Okay. How thick is the wall?
1C or 2.
Pretty damn thick. Probably, honestly, that it's probably. I
See
mean,
what I'm getting with this?
Yep.
honestly, it's probably at least 50 feet wide at the base. I mean, it's going to taper a little bit as it goes up, but it's
Okay.
it's pretty thick.
Is it just sitting on the ground, or is it actually inside the ground?
Have you ever dug down to find out?
I think that's what we're getting
I'm
at here,
getting
Keith.
It is on a solid rock foundation.
Would
The
it be possible
wall around
to
the
dig
city.
down around the rock?
No.
I have.
Damn.
Guarantee I got some fun stuff.
That's right, you're a cleric, right?
I'm a clerk.
So you've got
Okay.
your
Okay.
so you've got your safe house laid out.
Okay, it's fine. Is the safe house sitting on a rock foundation?
I have dimension door.
Yes, but it does have underneath it a basement carved into the rock.
I have stone.
It just doesn't connect to anything else.
Okay, that's fine. So inside the safe house, it looks like just a regular, home
Yeah,
house,
don't
whatever,
need
for
person.
people to live in and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I will have the basement area concealed,
Okay.
and unless you know how to get into it, it's gonna be pretty well hidden.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh.
And then I will explain to you how to get there, and
Okay.
where to look for the underground storage.
We can make that work.
And then when the heat wears off a little bit, we can just
Mhm.
distribute it as needed.
Yep.
I am taking a risk with this,
Uh-huh.
so I think 10% would be nice.
How much of it do you need?
I'll
See,
pay you back.
I was gonna say, you may have to take up with him because I don't know that he was planning on selling a lot of it.
I mean, you
Uh,
can take other things.
not-
what are you
too.
looking for?
It's not even selling; it's just having a cut of it.
Well, if
Or
you're looking for something magically done, I can do it with the things I learn. If you want to talk to a dead person, I can have that arranged. If you want to send to anywhere in the world, I can send a message for you. I can locate objects. I can locate people.
you know what?
Anything else probably is not good for you.
We'll just say you owe me a favor.
Oh.
That's so scary.
It's like that is more than 10%.
And this is when we learn that Castian is the mafia.
I accept your offer. Tentatively,
Okay.
scared, but yes, I accept.
Okay, very well. Yeah, now we'll give you all the information you need to hide it.
All right. Can I see your
Write
map?
that down.
Yeah.
I'm going to record exactly where it is for me.
Oh.
You owe your soul to Castian.
Paper. No.
That's a terrifying thing.
Tab soul wedding.
Oh, that's
Has anyone
right.
told you that you make very bad deals?
What are you talking about? I'm a great guy.
Yeah, he seems to be doing well.
Oh, dear.
Or are we talking to me?
No.
Oh. That's all I've been told. It's worked out
Okay.
right so far.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't hear from us within the next 24 hours, it's safe to assume we got caught.
No, be optimistic. We're gonna do great.
So, if you don't hear with us
Okay.
in 24 hours, assume we're in jail. Or
No
worse.
worries. I might just take a walk down the street, see what I see, and
Okay.
if it's clear, I might pop in. So,
Yeah, no, that's fine.
but for the most part, it should be fine.
Okay.
I haven't had any
Dangerous
problems with it
words,
in the
my
past.
friend.
You ready to go steal your
Yep.
ink then?
So.
Great.
Do you need any help acquiring it? Do you need anything to go with your plan?
Do you have a saw?
You mean
Sure,
logic?
sure, we can get one.
So we could through the roof?
We could. I'm hoping it's. By the way, Keith, what kind of roof did this thing have? Since we saw it from the top, what kind of roof did the warehouse have? Now that I think about it,
Sawable?
So it was.
Sawable?
is this like tar paper? Is this like a terracotta tile roof? What am I dealing with?
Well, that's a good question. Yeah, it would be. It would have been a terracotta
Damn it.
tile roof.
Mm.
No sauce.
Okay.
You need a hammer.
Unless you have something that can create a magical zone of silence. No.
Oh, is that what we need?
We could use it.
I have silence.
Oh, okay, great. That'll make things real easy.
Okay.
No, other than that, I think we're good, and this way you don't also go to jail.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I got anything I can help you with.
I've
How about
seen
a
my
prayer?
But where are you?
I have my tortilla around town.
I'm just trying to.
Well, a prayer doesn't work too well. I tried talking to God once, and I get nothing in return. So,
Shame.
no, not a lot
Shall
of faith
we?
in him.
Sure.
Pity.
What could go wrong?
Cut to an hour later.
Cut to when everything went wrong.
I could set up like on a different site and give you some cover. But
If we have to smash and grab and we get caught, I think I can provide us with enough cover to get us out of there.
yeah, just make sure you don't have any guards on you when you get to the safe house. So that'd be
Yeah, no,
much
that is, yeah,
appreciated.
yeah. Okay,
Okay, very well.
Keith, what time of day is it at this point?
Right after noon when this cart left.
Is it late enough in the day that we're just going to be doing this at night?
Not quite that late.
Favor.
It's probably, by the time all of that's said and done, probably be early afternoon. So roughly 3:30ish.
Okay, so it'll happen at like sundown.
Okay.
I will go to where we will start climbing onto roofs.
Okay.
I start limbering up.
What's the worst that could happen?
It's not gonna be that
We'll
hard.
find out.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out some rope, and I'm gonna tie it in a harness around me. I'll be like, all right, hold on,
Hold on.
and I will
Don't let go.
I will activate the active camo on my armor, so I am, camouflaged, and I will start climbing.
Let's pull us.
And his job is just to hold on.
You should have had the baby sling for her.
Okay.
But then she would want to come with, and I'm a little afraid of everyone going to jail. I'd like a lot of you to be on the outside when we get caught.
So we break you out?
Yeah, exactly.
So since you're hanging on, make me an athletics. Athletic.
If we're using it as a harness, can he have advantage? Because I would try and tie it in such a way that it's a harness, so it's not like he's not just holding on, but he has. It's more
in that
secure.
case, I'm not even going to make you roll for that. That's fine. All right.
Yeah. So Killian will just start climbing across things.
What?
It won't let me text in your channel, which is
Yeah,
probably
it
a good
doesn't.
idea, but still.
We
I
don't
disagree.
trust
We
them.
won't do that.
We banned you.
No.
It's just gonna suddenly come up with test 5 times the same thing over.
It might.
Okay,
That's-
we'll let it rest for a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
The problem is Daniel's over there and not right here to fix it.
All right. So
Hey. Oh, I saw test. I
It's a
didn't see she
distraction.
said test.
okay. So, Simi, where are you heading first?
Just looking out your window to the veranda.
She's gonna be walking somewhere. She's gonna look up and see us.
I know.
I mean, if I do look up and see something, I will.
You'll see Lucas.
But I would probably end up going to the Nadir family. Nadir.
You're going to the Nadir family first.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So their manor is actually sort of up in the highfalutin side of town. It is all the way up against the city walls, but you have to walk past the necropolis to get there. And the necropolis has been creepy for a little bit.
Damn it! Am I gonna have to go and pull this kid out of a
There,
necropolis?
there's like this whole.
Every time
There's
people
this
get taken for
whole,
ransom,
like-
they're hidden in graves.
Doesn't matter the time of day. It's like the necropolis is almost always in shadow, and there's always this little like thin layer of fog clinging to the ground everywhere, and real real creepy. All the trees inside it have died. It's very atmospheric. But it all happened like recently, like since you've moved to the city, which was like 6 months
So
ago.
it's your fault.
Groundskeeper Willie just wasn't doing his job.
But you do find yourself at the Nadir Manor. You ring the bell, walk in. Now your cover, Rysla, has had dealings with both families, actually. I mean, your cover is as a merchant, after all.
Yes.
So you've had your business has had dealings with the families. You're familiar with both families, I should say. Not that you've ever met any of them, but that gives you an opening if you to go however you would like to approach the situation.
Okay. So probably as a business person to a business person,
Mm-hmm.
as they were dealing with textiles and things like that, and I assumed that they would be looking at leather works and stuff like that, from being a ranching oriented family.
There's some of that. The vast bulk of what they do, however, is transporting the raw materials, the cottons and the wools into the city for processing.
Gotcha.
The smooth hands being the textiles side, they take those raw resources and turn them into cloths or finished products like actual clothing or
Them smooth.
yeah, they refine them a good bit.
Like that's not a joke you would make.
I didn't make it though.
So you're approaching as a merchant.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will go as a merchant, not a monk.
Okay.
So, yeah, I would speak with them as a merchant and tell them that, like, I was supposed to have a shipment of textiles to come in, and it seems that it was diverted, and I've come to learn that that the girl that was supposed to show up had been taken, and wanted to know, look, as a good Samaritan, I'm like retracing some of her steps that I was told about to see if I can figure out where things might have gone wrong.
Oh yeah, that is a terrible, terrible tragedy. The young smooth hands girl was actually meeting with my son Bassam to finalize one of our more recent agreements. That very day that she disappeared, in fact, it was the day those terrible lizard things flew over the city. I'm not sure if you were here for that, if you recall that. But she apparently disappeared in all of that brouhaha. I'm just very grateful that my son wasn't taken as well.
27 insight.
He is absolutely telling the truth.
Doesn't seem to know any more than what he's letting on.
No, he it seems like, yeah, his son was there to meet with her, and it was on the up and up from what you can tell.
Can I talk to your son? Maybe he might have mentioned to, maybe she might have mentioned to him where she was intending on going, or if she had another meeting afterward.
Of course, I'll be more than happy to go get him if you'll wait here. Help yourself to refreshments if you don't mind. A couple of 3 minutes later. So a couple of 3 minutes later, his father comes back with the young man. He's fairly, he's a fairly good-looking, sort of trim, very tan, sort of dark-complected young man. I was told you wished to speak with me.
Oh, yes. I was wondering if D. Smooth Hands might have given you any indication in conversation as to where she might have been going, if she had another meeting following yours.
Well, she didn't say anything about any other meetings. In fact, we didn't even conclude our own before the whole thing with the dragons happened, and it got real crazy. And I remember being in my seat, and this hand sort of reached down and grabbed my shoulder and ushered me out through the kitchen and out the back door. And as I was going one way, the girls were getting hustled the other direction by another bouncer, and it was chaos. It was absolute pandemonium. I couldn't keep track of anybody.
Whose hands did it end up being that pulled you away?
One of the bouncers there, which is really odd because the prince and the scribe doesn't normally have bouncers, but that day they did.
The prince and the scribe.
You would know it as one of the inns in the city.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like, wait, what?
Yep,
The prince of what now?
The what and the what now?
Yeah. For a second, I thought I was gonna have to go and have words with Milo.
No, you would know it as one of the city inns.
Okay. I'm gonna insight check him too, just in case.
Okay.
Well, that was cocked. So it was almost a nat 20. That on the other hand is not, but I do have good insight. So 17.
17. So he's telling the truth as far as he's saying, but you also catch him sort of glancing over your shoulder at his father, who is standing in the doorway, like there's something he doesn't want to say in front of his father.
I kind of make a showing of like, well, I appreciate your help, and at some point I'll have to do business with you guys myself. I'm sure that there's something that we can negotiate as far as some trades for ourselves as well, over at the place that I forgot what the name is that I run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make me a persuasion check.
It's just small.
I hope you've gotten better at these over time.
Probably not.
Oh,
Oh, no,
poor Basim.
14 plus... Oh, 14 minus 1.
I was about to say you have a bonus.
No, I don't.
Well, it doesn't help because Basim only rolled a 1 and didn't even catch it at all.
Is it obvious that he didn't catch it?
Very.
You should come and talk to me there sometime.
Wink, wink.
Oh, I already fully winked at him. He did not catch it.
Actually, from behind you, his father goes, "This is a business opportunity for you, son."
Yes, son.
You could make money.
Right. Yes, of course. I will be by this afternoon. And his father's just shaking his head yes.
Oh.
To be young. And his father just shakes his head and turns and walks out.
Simi also shakes his head, assuming that it was her issue.
Oh.
My God, I'm still so bad at this.
Fire the dice. Okay, and DM disadvantage.
Oh! Is that from Nocturnal?
No, those
Ace
are
Dragon.
those.
Ace Dragon.
So
Oh,
Ace
Ace.
Dragon is the DM disadvantage. Chipper redeemed Fire the Dice for Nate. So the next time Nate gets to roll anything, Steph will roll instead.
Friendly fire.
Lucky dice.
Is that what that is? Do you want to roll instead, or do you want me to roll?
Ooh.
How good do you want the roll to
I
be?
suppose that's the question.
And why are we unrateable?
I don't know. I will have to
That
look
is
at
odd.
that. That is very
Yeah.
odd. I don't think I've changed anything.
We cannot be rated.
But thank you for trying.
Thank you
Our
for
walls
We
trying.
put up a wall and we put it on a firm
Thank you for
foundation.
trying. I haven't changed anything. I don't know why you weren't able to raid me, but thanks anyway.
We've had some issues before with some of the things that you can and can't do in chat. and things to
Yeah,
that
I'll have
effect.
to
I'm
look
gonna
at
have
that.
to. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. But thank you for.
Thanks for pointing it out.
attempting.
I will
Hello.
definitely get into that. Okay.
And hi, Ace.
Hi, Ace.
Thank you for
Hi, Ace.
disadvantaging our DM.
Thank you.
That's big for him. He sticks with keep
You
DMs
know.
for DMs. They stick
Okay.
together.
So we will. So you have set the appointment to speak with Bassam Nadir back at your shop. As you're leaving the Nadir Manor, anything else you would like to do?
I'm going to be taking note of anything that seems peculiar. Like, can I tell if they're? Oh, it was at the tavern that she was taken.
Yes.
Okay, I will keep eyes open for anything unusual that seems like maybe the actual estate is being watched or
Okay.
something like that.
All right. Make me a perception check real quick.
Perception. That's not terrible. Oh, that's definitely not terrible. So that's 22.
22. Okay. So sort of as you're turning to go, nothing about the manor itself seems off. There are guards around, and if you had to guess, you'd say probably maybe a little more than usual. But that's also understandable considering that a merchant's child disappeared / was taken. So it might just be that they're protecting young Bassam a little bit more. As you look back at him, though, as he's standing there sort of pondering in the room as you leave, he's sort of fiddling with something in one of his pockets. It's like, obviously it's in his pocket, you don't know, you can't see what it is.
It's a ring.
It's in his pockets. It's precious.
But it is a small like box shaped something, and it's not
Just the
not
size
big, just
to
like
the
this,
ring.
just like so.
Exactly.
Yeah. If
It is a ring box.
it might be hinged.
Yeah.
There's a small circular object inside.
And it calls. Okay.
Wildly overpriced.
So he's got something.
Mhm.
Something in his
Something on his
pocket.
mind that he didn't want Daddy Dearest to know about. It seems like.
Okay. I will.
The light out wasn't there.
Yeah, I will Vagnos,
Okay,
and just keep eyes out the whole way back.
just heading back to your shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have to pass any of these hooligans?
Let
So,
me.
I absolutely, the second I see anybody I know with Kazakh, I'm gonna join them. Just
Anybody you see with.
With Kazakh.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
I'm with
going in
Kazakh
by
and-
himself.
Okay.
the minute I see anyone, I'm just like, what?
You don't know yet, but I can do magic.
Yeah. Well, I know you can do magic. I don't know that you're actually like good at it now.
You don't know that I can do other magic.
Yeah.
See.
You
I mean, we might cross paths because if you're up in the market districts, we're hitting all of them.
Let's do this. Let's have Simi. Let's have Simi and Nyx, and one of you two, and one of you two. All roll percentile dice.
Ooh.
You want to roll?
I forgot who you pointed to, so I'm gonna roll.
Well, you were one of the ones that I rolled.
Yay!
Oh,
With
That I
ten.
it's so pretty too.
Percentile?
So roll the one that has the 2 as well. Keep that 10, and then roll the other one too. I've got 75.
80.
80, 75,
34.
34.
If
63.
If
63.
It's 70 and then
If it's
10.
70 and a 0?
No, if it's a 7 and a 0, then
It would
that's
just be
70.
70. Oh, okay.
What? How can you roll a 0?
Because your 10 is usually written as a 0.
But it's not 0. Well, yeah, so if it's a 7. If it's. Wouldn't it.
It made sense to me to say 82.
It's fine.
So,
No, it's so
What?
okay. So 70. Okay, so
75.
75, 70,
34.
34, and 60. Okay. So at some point in getting back to your shop, you cross paths with everybody. Just sort of randomly,
Hey,
Including us.
including you guys.
Like, I imagine.
It's like it's
The
not all
first
at once.
side
It's
is
not all at
70.
once. It's like you the first. So the first one you run into is going to be Nix and Kazik.
Okay.
So the first one you run into is Nix and Kazik.
And I know her as Rysla.
You know
Yes.
her as
Like,
Rysla.
Rysla!
Nix! You're small and loud
and riding on a dragonborn.
and riding on a dragonborn.
Um,
Hi!
so give me real quick a perception check there, Simi.
Oh, plus 9, so that's
It's me,
23.
Nix!
23. Okay, so you're catching
Listen.
you are catching some of those same looks that Nix did.
The people are giving Tommy, or not Tommy,
People are looking at
Kazik.
me?
No, at Kazik.
At Kazik. You're
Oh, I'm catching that.
You
people
see
are
the
looking
lust in
at-
their
okay.
eyes.
yeah.
That's awkward. That's sorry. That was supposed to be an inside thought. She still has -1 charisma. That has not changed. uh, um, that just makes Stevie really uncomfortable.
Still no doubt. I'm hungry. And then you see her just be like,
Yeah, I'll have to look at those settings, Nocturnal. I'm not real sure what's going on that's keeping me from being able to raid. I will have to do that off stream. But I'll look for it for next week.
paint a picture, buddy.
So how many is that?
Ooh, I want him to roll. So for lust, I have 16. And for fear, I have 6. That's weird odds.
And for Wrath,
A 7? I'll say 17. That's more accurate.
That feels appropriate. Like, yeah, that's racking them up. Okay.
Maybe I put a few extras in the lust category just to make him feel better.
or you weren't sure?
I was like,
I mean, it's like he hasn't caught it, so it's not like it's affecting him
Yeah.
at all.
Was that lust or was that a sneeze?
You know, different kind of sneeze.
Oh.
It's the most fun you can.
Blair,
have
what are
with
you
a
doing?
So I am apparently investigating a missing persons who was kidnapped and trying to figure out who kidnapped them so that I can unkidnap them.
I'm like, there's so much kidnapping going on.
I'm going to be reverse kidnapping. I will be... Yeah, no, I'm not sure where I was going with that, but it wasn't going to work for me.
I'll pretend Kazak's here. I'm like, Kazakh, we're reverse kidnapping too. We're finding someone and taking them back home.
You know, I really wish that we had kept hold of, like, message stuff and it still all worked. That would make it so much easier. I haven't seen her in a hot minute, but, like, I've got to... If you're just looking around and trying to ask, I've got to go to the Prince and Quill?
The Prince and the Scribe.
Scribe. Something that involved a quill.
We'll go with you.
Yeah, I'm headed that direction. So I really will run into everybody all at once at some point.
At some point, yes.
But I absolutely stop at some vendor to get food. Does helping Kazakh make them raise their prices or lower their prices?
Depends.
That's this particular one is just kind of staring at him and holding out. What are you purchasing?
I would probably stop if there's something like meat on a stick.
Okay.
I might
So
like
so it's like you can see sort of the wrapper around it rattling as they hand it up. No charge.
I love this city. Whatever on a stick. I don't know what animal it is.
You next run into you next run into Rain and Lyra.
Lyra.
Okay,
Lyra.
I'm just saying that I don't know that it is a good idea to eat bat.
I'm just saying you haven't
Lyra!
Hi.
I raised that. I don't know what it is. It could be like a rabbit on a stick.
Nix.
I'm like,
What is that?
don't know.
Can I try it?
Meat.
Yes.
Not bad.
It's called free. It's free.
How are you getting free food around here? Do you know how much I just spent to that shop?
It's the best.
Kaz,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the big guy.
Yeah. Apparently, he's either going to terrify everyone or woo everyone accidentally.
Woo.
what?
Make your perception checks.
Natural one, so, you know.
Yeah, no.
You don't get it.
No, my luck is back.
28!
Yep.
Yeah, you see it.
Sorry, what is this that I see?
So the vast majority of people looking at Kazakh are kind of like, what the hell is?
Oh,
is
the
this?
reaction.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And then there's the, ooh, and then there's the.
Oh.
It's been an interesting day.
So, are you guys like friends?
I mean, he stays attached to her on a baby Bjorn.
That could be.
He is my friend. I have saved his life.
Some shame.
He's not even here to.
I can say whatever I
Defend
want.
yourself. Oh, also, I found fried cabbage. It's just like a slice of cabbage that they've taken and fried.
You didn't tell me.
No, we would have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You've been holding out.
Bat and
We're
cabbage.
gonna go help Rysla reverse kidnap.
Yes.
Rescue?
Maybe
She
not
is
all of us
not
at once.
quiet. I'm like, we're gonna
Yeah,
reverse
there we
kidnap
go.
people.
Rescue.
Rescue. Sure. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Apparently, some boogeymen snuck in on this negotiation when all of the dragons were attacking the other night and kidnapped this girl. Did they bother telling me age or anything?
I mean,
They
they didn't
are
give you a
like-
description or a name for him either.
Yeah.
not from the order.
Oh, okay.
Never from
I
the
Not from the
probably-
order.
Probably would have asked then the people that I'm dealing with,
Oh,
the nadirs.
the Nadirs.
They have like a painting of their.
So Bassam is like 19, maybe 20, and from what you were told, Dee is roughly the same age. So young adult.
You don't know what she looks like.
Only vaguely based upon a kind of stumbling.
You could borrow my Dell's picture. I don't know if it would make any difference.
Do they ever give you any?
You know, they are very not helpful handlers. Somehow or another, I usually manage to come through for them. It is not because they're helpful.
Well, that's your problem. You're too good. If you were less good, they might give you more help.
Yeah, I heard
I don't need more help.
an anecdote
It's called
recently. Like, there's
overachieving.
like a pencil, and you put it on the table, and you just keep putting it back on the table. The issue that is that the legs are not straight, and that's never gonna get fixed if you keep putting the pencil back on the table.
See, I don't. Are you okay? Are
Fine.
you having a stroke?
Maybe.
Can you say the alphabet?
Which one?
Okay, that's a good question. I feel like if you were having a stroke, you probably wouldn't ask
What's
me
the
that as a
question?
counter question, you're probably okay.
I
I don't see like any drooping or anything.
sorry. So sorry. I have notes to read about this thing I'm
About
gonna
things.
Are you guys friends?
do. What?
Are you guys friends?
I've been for a
Yeah.
long time, yeah.
Okay.
I've known him since I was like
Since we're all asking each other, I
10,
just thought.
12,
Something like that.
something like that.
You can all see a spectral image of Killian behind them. Oh yeah, we're just friends.
Very judgy face.
Uh-huh.
I have a recipe. Sorry, you were talking about a rescue, not
Yeah.
a kidnapping.
I'm gonna go to the priest and not the quill, the priest
The
and the
scribe.
scribe. There we go.
The
mean the
prince
prince
and
and
the
the scribe?
scribe.
Gosh dang it!
Yeah, we walked past that on the way up here.
Isn't your boyfriend a priest?
No. He's a monk.
Separation of church
Kinda.
and state or something.
Like not what happened to
That's,
him?
Well, no, it is now.
ish.
Although I guess they're trying to become the state.
We're not, though. We're generally against that. But that's neither here nor there. But that's also one of the reasons that I don't want them giving me more help. Because if more help, like, better descriptions would be
strings
one
attached.
thing. But yeah, if they decided to give me more information.
So about this point, there's a, what are you, halfling? There's a halfling, sort of in a sort of a harness, like
Oh,
weird-
they can't see the harness.
No, they can't see the harness.
No, they
Okay.
can't see the harness.
Just
Just
the
his.
halfling.
So there's this halfling, sort of awkwardly, like sideways
What?
on the wall.
The actual. Fuck.
Oh.
Oh, of course.
He's not Paul.
And it's real fast because we're just like.
I also look at the meat on a
Oh,
stick.
God. No, I saw it too.
Lucas.
With my perception abilities? Oh no.
Everything else in the world is a blur to you.
Okay.
Actually, Killian and Lucas, go ahead and make a perception check just to see if you see the group of people you know.
I see them.
You see them? Okay.
For sure.
0. Okay, then no. You're concentrating on not falling off the back of the thing that you can't see.
It's just like around the corner of a building and up over the roof.
Are there people around us?
Yeah, I mean it's it's late afternoon, busy city street. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, that would be Killian.
Oh,
no,
gosh.
that's that weird halfling Lucas.
And him.
So, what are the chances that they probably desperately need, help
No,
or
we got this.
It's Killian. He'll be fine. He'll call me if he needs help.
You don't know how to call him, do you?
No, I certainly don't have a way to call him.
Wait, your cousin?
Yeah. He'll be fine.
You and I have two very different definitions of fine.
You should have seen him on the way here.
Does he do this often? Just traverse walls sideways?
I mean,
Sometimes
The city for fun?
he also accidentally calls phase spiders out of nowhere.
okay, he told me about that one. Apparently, that's no longer gonna happen.
So he says, but it's not like he meant to do it the first time either.
Could we just like call out one?
Sorry, what?
Have we made it to the roof yet?
Not quite.
Okay.
Just like one.
One spider?
Yeah.
We should probably.
Spoken like someone who's never met a face spider.
I have no idea. I'll be honest. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I mean, one like we can all take down one face spider.
Yeah, no, he'll be fine though. He'll call me if he needs help.
Okay.
All right. So, to the
To the prince
oh,
and the
God.
pauper.
As they're dragging us away to jail, Brayden.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
Okay, so about that point, you guys managed to make it to the roof.
They're like one of those roof things on the top, or is it just roof?
It's mostly just roof. There are a couple of at one end where you assume like the office front office, whatever space is. There is a chimney that is currently puffing away, letting smoke out because
I will locate object to see what part of
Something
the warehouse it's in.
What are you locating?
The ink sacs.
The ink sacks.
They're not in the building anymore.
I feel like
Are they
there's
within
things
1,000
inside
feet?
vision.
Evens or odds?
Odds.
You detect one of those squids in the water.
Just barely
In which direction?
towards the Appellian Order.
Okay.
Change of plan.
It's not in the warehouse anymore.
Just start pointing me directions.
I point you in the direction.
Can I go try and catch up to it?
A couple minutes later, there they go again.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, except this time you can see him riding because I'm now running. But you can't see me.
Did you need help with your unkidnapping?
I mean,
It seems like we're staying in the city for at least a day or two, and it
Yeah.
sounds
yeah.
sounds like a good
Well, I'm
cause to
going.
attach myself to.
Yes, this is something that should not have happened, and there's definitely some suspicious activity involved. And honestly, this is something that I would probably take on regardless of the order had I found it in another way. So she's not directly connected to the order so much. So. You okay?
Yeah. I've indirectly been a part of some of those things. I might have brought this up, but like during the time that I was gone,
He worked for Xanathar.
I worked for some shady individuals because I didn't have a whole lot of choice. Some of those were minor kidnappings.
Well,
We've
you're
all
right.
been there.
Minor kidnapping.
I am. You're not there to ask those questions.
I wouldn't think to. I'm not stupid, but I probably still wouldn't think to.
So there's.
That was sort of a minor kidnapping.
Yeah.
That yep.
You're not wrong.
In both ways that you could use that term, that is what
She
happened.
wasn't unhappy with that, but yeah, we did kind of kidnap a child. You're not wrong. For the betterment of the child.
It was a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, none of us sound confident.
No.
You also weren't there for that.
I know, but I was just. Nick said, we've all been there.
Yep. Yes, we
I
have.
don't think Lyra has, but.
Yeah, I worked with some not nice people, but I didn't really have a whole lot of choice at the time. So.
I understand that. I mean,
I was a
I
child
still
con
work for some
in the
not nice
streets.
people. But
Mhm. I ran a gang. Well, I didn't run a gang. That's
Were
part
you
of it.
part of a gang?
What? I'm very proud of this
were you actually a
kind of
child, or
gang?
were you just the shortest
Biker
one?
gang.
I didn't mean to be offensive. I just didn't.
Is that racist?
That's pretty racist.
I'm really sorry. I'll try to not.
You
do
can't
that
just
again.
talk about my height.
Okay.
Are your feet really hairy?
So, wait, you were part of a gang?
I was, but we should find this girl. We're just in the
Yeah.
middle
Okay.
of town.
Non.
I've run out of cabbage.
What?
I'm out of food.
Oh, here, hang on.
Oh, we can stay here.
Mango.
First rule of Nyx, you can't let her run out of food.
Trouble
That's when the danger
begins.
starts.
I'm gonna start like
Start
loading up on
looking
snack
around for
food
trouble.
every
Like
time
a
I go
puppy.
someplace.
Once you get bored.
That is what Rain does. Is he keeps if Nyx is around, he keeps jerky at the very least.
Kasich is like, thank goodness for the help, because otherwise he'd be like, jeez, here. No.
So where were you headed?
The tavern.
The-
I've
okay.
been
Prince and the scribe.
told over and over again that I shouldn't worry about Killian, even though I'm really worried about Killian at this point.
Okay.
Rain
So
is
you
way
know
more
what?
confident in your abilities
I'll be
than
fine.
Yeah, I am not.
If it gets too bad, I'll call off the heist.
We
Okay.
lost a friend to a mosquito, for crying out loud. Like,
Disease related? Did it carry him
No.
away?
Lyme disease.
We don't have to get into that right now. Sorry.
So this is a little
yeah.
conversation
Sorry
as
for your
we're
loss.
going.
Okay, so you make your way to the pen and the scribe. Not the pen. The
Even you can't do it.
I've got it written down.
The
in
pen
front
and the
of me.
scribe.
I'm yeah. No,
To the
that's
pen and the
somebody
paper.
else. So to the prince and the
That's a D&D
scribe.
game.
Prince and the Scribe.
The prince and the scribe, and you get there. It's actually a fairly nice inn. It's got a pretty nice common room up front, well stocked bar, busy but not like loud. So it's not the kind of place that ruffians would hang out and dice in the corner or
Oh, boring.
whatever. It's the bard is reciting an epic poem on his platform at one end of the room as you enter.
That kind of tavern.
Yeah, it's that kind of it's swanky without being like
They do snap poetry here.
yeah without being swanky. So
Hey, do you know a new girl from Nantucket?
Maybe
I hope
swankier
not.
than that.
Alright. Ooh.
Well, let's get you some food. And I'm gonna talk to the barkeep
okay,
about their security measures the other night.
what do you mean?
I was told that there were bouncers here.
No bouncers in this inn, my lady.
Was there anyone that struck you as suspicious, or
I mean, it was a little bit more busy. End of the month, merchants doing business deals and all of that. But no one that really stood out to me. No.
Can I go for insight?
Go for it.
Hold on. So tiny. So tiny. I'm blind as a bat. 12. What did I say? 12 plus 9.
That's a 21.
21.
That's a pretty good roll. No, yeah, he did not have any security bouncers, anything hired that night, and nothing really stood out to him. You figure because it was busier than normal.
for the NPC bard to seduce all of the single individuals? That's amazing.
I will definitely have to allow that.
Most of us are single.
Are there like little bowls of like onions, like pickled onions and little olives and nuts and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's all of those kinds of things around.
I'm just grazing across.
Yeah,
I'm actually gonna
that's
get
on
out.
somebody's plate, but
I'm
like
gonna get out of the baby born, and I'm going to just
Walk
start.
under the barn. Just
Just a little hand.
Someone thinks someone brought the child.
Spread the seed.
Yes.
Trying to remember what that was. That was
The usher of the club.
inspiration.
there's different levels. It depends on which one they chose.
Yeah.
Mix is like asexual, so that's fun.
So level 2 would be a D8 because level 1 is D6.
Yes, thank you. Okay.
So how are we defining single? Single is in like unmarried, or single is in uninvolved? Because Simi doesn't know what
I was
that
going to say, because now you have to make a decision if you're single or not.
Okay, so that is going to be a 25.
Oh no.
So for any of you who are there who consider themselves single, make me a charisma saving throw.
Is this like
It's late afternoon.
is
Yeah.
this like a human bard? Like what is this?
Yeah, it's a human bard.
It would be funny if it was a dragonborn bard.
I'm not quite done with work yet, but
Okay.
I'm probably
No.
headed that way.
No.
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 You don't consider yourself single, or you
Well,
didn't roll
he,
well?
he hasn't clarified. Well, both. Well, he hasn't clarified whether we're talking like unmarried or unattached. So, and her attachment is like a confused attachment. So,
Let me see here. Oops.
So I rolled a nat 20, so 25.
Nice.
You're fine.
I consider myself attached.
You're fine.
You do?
Yeah.
so if we're going,
Lyra doesn't know that.
No. I mean, he hasn't said anything, so.
I'm just stupid. I like.
Okay.
I thankfully am so incredibly uncharismatic that I doubt this will matter. But like every time he looks over at her, she goes.
It's just going around, isn't it?
Why did my face do that? I don't understand.
Oh, that's why he plays here.
Oh,
I'm excited and disappointed.
We rolled 25, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so no matter what I do, I can't get out of it.
Anyway, but
Okay. It's a weird thing because Nick's
Like,
historically
I-
sort of been.
I feel like if you're ace, that
She's
it
a
wouldn't
little
really
bit.
apply to
She's
you.
a little bit asexual. She doesn't really.
Then don't
have
worry
much
about
of
it. Yeah, if that's where you're at, don't worry about
He
it.
was made of bacon.
Yeah. How about your how about
food
Ooh,
section.
how about tall, dark,
I
and
would love
how
to roll
about tall,
for
dark,
him.
and
Oh,
scaly over
Daniel, I'm
there?
rolling to see if you're seduced.
No, we take your silence as consent.
You got a 16 with charisma.
Uh huh.
He has a 16.
He has a 16. Okay.
He
Um,
likes it.
he was like, I'd hit that.
Like every now and then, her eyes will just. Ah.
just like a
Like-
disease.
Oh,
The laughing
you
disease.
know what?
Do
Is
you
he
even
reciting
notice?
poetry?
No.
Yes. You know what I didn't do that I should have done? Let me roll that back for a second because I still haven't turned in my DM
your
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
So
That's true.
Hoping
there's
that
a
would get used
4
during-
on that. I mean, it doesn't affect it by much. Takes it from a 25 to a 22. So,
I'm still well beaten.
yeah. Yeah, I forgot to factor that in. So,
His poetry isn't even that good.
It doesn't matter. You just feel like, oh, pickled eggs.
Ew.
Is this Natalie or?
You should make him stop.
You're assuming there's a divide.
Anyway.
the bartender just hands you a glass of water. It's cold water.
Better?
I'm gonna avert my eyes. I don't understand this, but I don't like it.
Like this little hand, like pat your leg, and
Brett,
I keep
here's
going.
a napkin. Here, this is a napkin. Like,
Thank you.
just throw water at people.
I'm pretty sure this is like a magical effect. Sometimes that helps.
This is a nice bar.
I appreciate the effort. Just like
Trench.
stopping.
That is the
Soggy
only logical
friends.
explanation. Is that there's magic involved.
Yeah, way to go. Now she's cold, wet, and frozen.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so we done here?
We should probably ask some of the. Do you know if any of your up to the bartender? Do you know if any of your?
I mean,
I was chastised for it earlier, so I'm trying to do better. But you're the DM.
I am.
Do you know if any of your regulars were in the house that night? Are any of these folks? Were any of them here?
Yeah, actually. And he points over to one corner, and there's, there's sort of a half elf having a meal in one of the corner booths. What was his name? Elzar, I think. Yes, was here. He was here. Lady Elizabeth was here, and he's going to point to actually a dwarf female sitting over there. Does not have a beard, but she's got like braids in her hair, very finely dressed, and she's counting out some coins. She was in the middle of a business meeting. I'm not sure how much she would have seen. Come to think of it, I'm not sure that she moved when the chaos happened. But she was here. Any of the barmaids were here. I was here, obviously. If there was anything you're asking about, wondering about.
Checking for some unusual activity and for maybe some specific people. Not sure who it is that I'm looking for exactly, but if you do you happen to remember a young man of about 18, 19 with a young woman similar age here for a business deal?
We hope.
Oh yes, the smooth-hand girl and young Nadir. Yes, they were here that night. They were out in the middle of the floor, as I recall. Her guards insisted on it.
Her guards insisted on it.
Aye, they came in, made sure they got situated, came to the bar, had a couple of drinks, and then started rotating out one outside, one inside.
In the middle of the room.
Mm-hmm.
It's an odd choice.
Well, want to be able to keep eyes on them, and not have people sneak up on them.
Okay.
Could be.
We're trying to figure out some details around that. But thank you for your help. I might ask some of them if they saw anyone suspicious about. Thank you.
I will say, and I know it was, the guards told me it was sort of both of their first sort of real business, even though it had already been basically arranged by parents and whatnot. But the young Nadir fellow did seem a little bit more nervous than I would have thought, even for a green business deal. So
I have a feeling I understand why.
oh.
Never mind. That was supposed to be an inside thought.
I understand. Many of my patrons do that.
I'm sure that that's a frequent thing. Thank you for your help. I might come back and speak to you again. She like steels herself against looking at the bard in the front of the room.
Do you want me to take care of that?
Now, when you say take care of that,
Would it be alright if we stepped in for a set?
Who are you speaking
To
to?
the bartender?
Well, I don't have a problem with it.
Just walks up, draws a sword, and kills him.
with our
I don't have a problem with it.
This is how I expect conflict to be resolved.
Actually, he's about due for a break, so yeah, help yourselves.
Okay, you played the flute, yeah?
I did.
No, this means he's going to be a
I
wandering
do.
free agent.
Dun dun dun!
No!
Okay, do you remember that one time... The juggling act? Not that time! Oops, that just...
You know, the when we did the thing.
Nope, the other time. The other time. Your inspiration under the table. But
Yeah. We'll deal with that in a minute.
the mage act juggling routine.
The juggling routine. Oh, it's been a really long time since I've juggled.
Has it? Didn't you do it just like?
Well, okay, yes, but I juggle fire. It's different. I cannot juggle fire indoors. My act is an outdoor act.
I mean, if you can juggle things that are on fire, can you not juggle?
If you can
I
juggle a
can,
fire, you
it's
can juggle a
just-
ball.
Surprisingly different.
What?
Trust me.
I don't know that art, so I do. I just,
Okay.
No offense to any
It's
fire
okay.
jugglers watching this.
I can I can absolutely see Nocturnal Wolfdog doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do, but I could see it.
So at this time, I'll be walking in for a drink.
Okay. So are you coming into
Okay, let's do it.
into this bar?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's right down the street. So.
Okay.
Give us a tune. We're gonna dance, and
And-
we're going to juggle.
Castian walks in.
I'll give him a little wave.
Okay. So
Drink, please.
so who's doing what? Sorry.
Playing the flute.
Playing the flute and juggling.
And we're gonna dance while our mage hands juggle.
Okay.
Oh, that oh.
You don't remember?
Vaguely, I think I was a little tipsy.
Oh.
Your grandma spiked the punch.
She did that a lot.
To no one's surprise.
Okay. We'll circle back around to that. Let's go to Killian and
Dun, dun, dun,
Are
dun,
they running across rooftops to catch up?
dun, dun.
So as we're running, Lucas, exactly how important is this stuff?
Did you hear something?
I mean,
On a scale of 1 to 10.
it would be very useful. 6.
Okay. I assume it's
Okay.
on a wagon.
yeah, it is on a wagon. As before, you've got the driver, someone riding shotgun, and 3 mounted guards next to it.
What a bad idea. What a bad
All right, Lucas,
idea.
you're going to need to get down for
Is
this.
it covered again?
It is still covered.
So
yes.
when you say it's a covered wagon, like there's a tarp over it, or like it's a covered...
no, it's got a tarp over it.
So there's only one thing on the cart, or is it?
No, it's another full load, just like it was
Okay.
before.
But
I'll-
you detect that it is on that cart.
Mm-hmm.
So as we're running, where exactly am I?
So there's 3 crates lined up along the right side.
Mm-hmm.
They are on the bottom. There's a couple of things on top of them stacked on
You're
top
not
of
gonna
them.
like this, but
Not gonna like this. There's 3 and they're all stacked at the bottom.
Keith, what is the depth of this wagon?
It's probably 18 inches or so. 18, 24 inches. So 2 feet, 1.5 feet, 2 feet.
Okay. How high off the ground is this
Think
wagon?
buckboard.
Hmm?
Think buckboard.
Okay. Is there enough clearance under the wagon that a person, if they could hold on to the bottom of the wagon, could be underneath?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put Lucas down, and I'm going to go do something that's a really bad idea. Just tell him, wait here, I will be back.
Okay.
What are you getting out of this?
You'll find out.
Another favor.
Keith, can I tell what I assume they're sticking to the main thoroughfares.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try and figure out, like, okay, so I can, if I head over here, I'll be able to sort of get up ahead of them. I want to get down onto the ground floor, as it were, before they come by.
Okay.
run over by 4 horses.
Well, I'm not actually laying out there, but I want to be like on the ground so that I can try and.
Yeah, you can do that.
You still in full armor?
Oh yeah,
I
active camo.
I will say that you've probably got another. By this point, you've probably got about 3 blocks before they get to the cloister.
Okay. How long will that take, time-wise?
Time-wise, you're probably looking 5, no more than 10 minutes.
Okay, I can do that. Alrighty. As they start to come out.
You're inspired.
Oh, good!
Yes.
Gonna need it.
Yes, I am.
Are
Keith.
you try and stop the cart, or just?
Oh no! As they come by, Keith, I'm gonna try and run and slide underneath so I can grab onto the bottom.
Okay. So it's going to be two parts. One is getting under it. Second is, well, I mean, you've got your.
Yeah, I don't actually. If I can touch it, I can hold on to
Yeah.
it.
So let's just make it an acrobatics check.
Okay. Before I do this, I am using enhance ability on myself.
Okay. And you do have a.
An
I'm assuming
inspiration.
Ace. That's for Killian. If so, then you have that.
Okay.
So that's a D6, I believe.
For me.
That is a 26.
26. Easy enough. You're able to slide in between the front and back wheels of the buckboard, reach up and grab hold, and you are now sort of
Yep.
you are now Mission Impossibling underneath
I'll try and
the
keep
cart.
up as much as I can.
You immediately fall off the roof.
How loud is this cart?
I mean, it's pretty loud. It's rolling over cobblestones.
Okay, good.
So
Killian is going to punch through the bottom of the wagon, which I can do because for the purpose of things like that, my strength score counts as... Hang on, I have to figure out what the bonus would be and then what. So my strength score would be the equivalent of a +8. I don't know what that is, but I assume it's enough that I can punch through the...
yeah, easily enough.
Okay, and then for the next minute, I'm going to cast a spell.
What are you casting?
I am casting a spell called Transposition.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Yep. So unless they notice me, or unless anything comes up that would stop me from being able to cast a spell, I'm just gonna cast a spell on the bottom here.
Nothing like that. And your camouflage armor, what does it do for you?
It allows it. I count as lightly obscured anywhere I am, so I can try and hide anywhere I am, and it gives disadvantage to anyone who tries to spot me.
Okay. I'm guessing an 11 is not going to help the guards see you.
Well, that depends if you're having me roll a stealth or not.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that stealth.
My stealth is natural 20.
Yeah,
So there.
you could have just said that. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if I was rolling stealth or if you had some DC
Gotcha.
in mind.
Yeah, no,
for it.
that's
I
fine.
didn't want to.
That's fine. Yeah, no, they don't see you.
Okay, so, flavor-wise, Killian puts this box on his chest as he's hanging underneath, and once the spell is up, all of the things in the wagon disappear as they are compressed and stored in my box in suspended animation. And I assume as that happens, everyone is going around the wagon is going to react.
Yeah. There's no way they're going to fail to notice that
Everything just disappears.
And yeah, so they're going to start. You're going to start seeing swords drawn. The guy on shotgun. Hang on. The guy in shotgun sort of turns back. You said you punched a hole in the...
Yeah, just fist size. I just
fist
needed
size?
access to the wagon.
Okay. Odds or evens?
Odds.
Yeah, I can't use that one. Grab that for me. Okay. He, oddly enough, does not see that hole because of the tarp. So it's like the tarp just falls into the bed and covers over the hole. He doesn't see it. So it's like, what the hell? Stop. I don't know if we want to stop or we need to keep going, but something's happening back here, and all of the guards have got their swords out, looking around. And they're going to be roll your stealth again because they're going to actively be looking under the thing again.
Need a mirror.
That's going to be a 21.
21. Yeah, they're still not seeing you.
How far are they from me?
I mean, you're on a rooftop.
That's why I'm asking.
They.
Can you jump between rooftops though?
I mean,
The GM
most
roll I need
of
to do.
most of the most of the alleys that you've been coming to have been fairly narrow. I will leave it up to you if you want to jump alleyways to cross buildings, but they have passed at least a couple of those.
I'll try and keep up.
Okay, make me the. You know what? Just make me an athletics check.
Natural 20.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to keep up,
Ah!
which means
Dun, dun, dun,
which means that you are you're probably no more than I mean you're 30 feet up, so you're on top of like a third story building, and they're on the street level, so you're at least 30 feet up. We're gonna say you're no more than 45 feet from the cart.
Okay. And they're currently just looking around, right?
Yeah. Doesn't look like the driver's made up his mind whether he's gonna like whip the horses up to get to where they're going faster, or if he's gonna stop to try and figure out what the hell happened. But you know, he's sort of on the fence trying to make that decision right now.
Okay, I'm going to pull out a small little like leather rollout that has like several chalks in it and just get ready. I'm gonna hold my action to see if they try and shout out for more help. I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay. All right. Let's. So the driver sort of pulls back the reins, and his compatriot sort of dismounts and starts looking around the wagon, looking down the street, trying to see where all of the goods that have been in the back of this thing went.
They just fell out one by one.
Yeah, and he's clearly he's not seeing them, and then he's going to bend down, and at that point he is going to see the hole. There's no way to hide it, and he's going to look closer at you.
So as soon as
Go ahead.
well, I was just saying, as soon as he starts looking underneath there, Killian is going to drop a small spherical object, and this is a smoke grenade.
Okay. So he's clear.
It provides smoke in a 20-foot radius for 6 rounds.
Okay, so he starts coughing and stumbling back against, stumbling back, and he goes to his ass because he can't. It's like he's tripping. He's
Yep.
Guards, we need guards here now.
If I see that, I'm going to
Yeah.
quickly draw a glyph on the ground, place my hand up. It's going to glow in my hand. I'm going to push it forward, silence that entire area.
Okay.
And this is when I run away, Keith. This is when
Yeah.
I make my escape.
I
Okay.
put my chalk back and just be
Okay.
like,
What's the
Just
radius
see you
on the
standing there.
smoke?
It is a 20-foot. Let me see if that's radius or diameter.
They usually give it in.
20-foot radius
The-
sphere.
Okay.
20-foot race is also silence.
Okay. So no one can see you. No one can hear you.
And I book it for the nearest
When-
building to climb up onto the roof.
20 feet is going to catch all of the guards on horseback. The guy on his ass in the street. The driver. Pretty much everybody.
Do I see you heading?
Well, you
heading-
see the smoke explode.
Okay.
I leave it up to you if you, because you know what to look for to
Right.
notice me in my camo. So I leave it up to you whether you can tell that I run out of the cloud of smoke and start climbing a building.
Okay. I kind of just like, how do I get down? I'll hide on top of the roof and wait to see what direction you head. And try
Okay.
and follow it.
As you're looking down on the street, with the smoke up, guards are converging like from every direction, coming in to see what the hell has happened.
If I'm up on the rooftop and I'm safe,
Yeah.
do I see you?
Probably.
Then I'll just make my way to him and
Okay.
grab him and we'll get out of here.
So you guys rendezvous and vamonos.
We will take I know where we saw these guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna head to where we saw them.
We're not there anymore.
I know, but
Okay.
Did you get it?
I got it.
Okay.
All right. All right. So you head for where you saw those guys, and they're not there.
What's around here? What's around here? What's around here?
Hope the guy could find you.
You are. You're real close to a couple of things. You're real close to the Flotsam and Jetsam. There's also another inn, across the river, the Prince and the Scribe. There's sort of the furthest downriver bridge is sort of kind of where you've gotten to at this point. You did just that a couple blocks over is the marketplace where Castian's store is.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of gives you an idea where you are.
So we're gonna climb down in an alleyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Killian will drop the camo. You don't see the box he had because he stowed it in his bag. And then he's like, "All right, now we go out into the public, and I'm gonna head for the Flotsam and Jetsam and see if they're there."
Okay.
Nondescript on myself.
Good call. That's a very good thing to have. I wish I had that.
That's a cool thing.
I mean, they know I'm a halfling. It's just they
So give
can't
me a
like
disguise.
recognize like features
Yeah,
if
well,
they try to recognize.
It's hard because I'm in the armor. That's why I have the active camo, so that it's harder to notice me.
Okay, so you guys head that way. They are not there for the moment. We'll come back to you guys. I forget how I had you guys do the performance check.
You had them add up their like performance bonus or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think I had you guys roll. See, this part of town is going to be.
You had us add our performance bonus together, and then
What
Did you
point?
just say charming?
Mm-hmm.
that many D somethings.
Right, and I think the D something was based on where you guys were.
Yeah, because it was for the money you'd made.
Yeah.
Quick
So it's
question.
just based on that.
Good question.
Okay, so that's.
So you're using magic
Hmm?
inside
Okay.
the capital.
There's a question.
I'm not.
There is a question.
Can't.
Oh, this is terrible.
So in the Nyx originally was in the standard plan.
No,
She has a little pet
Right.
mouse. Is that
Hold on,
still
as soon
okay?
as you-
What's that?
She has a little pet mouse. Is that still okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because of what she was, whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
You
Okay, so your performance bonus is what?
Is it +2?
Plus 2. Okay, so roll 2d6.
It's been a while.
What's your performance bonus?
9.
Roll.
Someone is offended.
This is 10.
Yep.
Okay, so each of you rolled that many d6.
I wish I was performing.
Only I had an inspiration.
Hints.
Say-
Hints.
Cousin.
So what did you roll?
I rolled. I rolled a 5.
You rolled 5. Okay.
What?
Whatever.
Oh, you got an
goodness.
inspiration.
Wait, why are you rolling for that? Wait, what are you rolling?
So add another. So add a d8 to that.
Yay!
Okay, whenever you're ready.
5. 5. 5. 6.
7, 8. Thank you.
2. 1. 1. 3. 3. 7. Wait, that's just for you. The bardic was just for you, right?
Yeah, just.
Okay,
for her.
never mind. Scratch the 7.
That's 24.
31.
30. Okay, so
I'm 8.
you have 8 total and 21.
31.
31.
35.
Oh, my phone's dead.
So that is
74.
74 silver.
You watched me do it.
Yay!
No, I wouldn't.
So 74 silver among the three of you.
I have expertise.
I would like to think that I play the flute version of like Enter the Sandman or something.
And I was
So most of the performance is you doing the intro.
And then we come out and do like a little thing.
Yeah, so we'll dance and I will juggle behind her back as we're dancing. Because apparently we're not supposed to do magic here and Rain had forgotten because he's been out of this place for 8 years.
So we have this sort of like dancing, juggling routine where the juggling isn't very intricate, but the dancing is.
Okay.
You know how to juggle knives, like actual sharp knives.
Her? Yeah.
That's when you were like, I can't juggle fire inside. I was like, have her juggle knives.
Yeah.
Sharp stabbies.
Okay.
Circus performer.
So what else are you guys doing?
I am going to try to avoid the bard.
From the bard, yeah.
And
Right.
go talk to the dwarf and the elf or half.
Okay. All right. So you're going to the elf or the dwarf first.
We'll go to the half elf first.
Okay.
And I will like kind of go through the same spiel as before, and ask if they noticed anybody who might have been following, or anybody who was kind of out of place or anything to that effect.
The only gentlemen that I saw that were out of place came in. When did they come in? They came in shortly before all of the brouhaha started with the dragons. Couple of fairly burly men. We don't normally see those types. They generally stay with their masters' wares out in the streets, but these two ruffians seemed to decide it was a good time to come in for refreshments that evening.
You seen him before?
Now that you mentioned it, yes, I've seen them on a number of occasions. Most nights are very quiet though, and they just stand around and drink.
So this was different for them.
It was only different because during the commotion they approached a particular table.
Do you know who they serve?
I don't, unfortunately. I do know that they each did have fairly distinct tattoos. Now that I think about
Tattoos.
now that I think about it, only distinctive in that they had them. Not that I know what they are, because people coming and going, who pays attention to that kind of detail. But each of them did have something extensive on their forearms and wrapping around the back of their hands.
Interesting. I rolled an 11 insight.
Okay.
Is there anything that I feel like
You don't feel like he's
hiding
holding
or
anything
like
back.
that?
He's got no reason to hold anything back, from what you can tell.
Well, if you happen to find them at some point, if you see them, would you let me know where they are?
Of course. Yes, I can certainly do that. In the meantime, can I interest you in perhaps a load of iron ore up from the Flame Coast?
I would be interested in dealing with you with that. She'll arrange a time with him to discuss
Very good, thank you.
with her actual shopkeep there and
Right.
whatnot as well,
Right.
to make sure things are cool. Thank you so much.
Well, that's something you don't see every day. And he's looking over at your friends performing. Oh, they are very good. Very good.
I think I'm playing for like Jack Black.
bard isn't anywhere close by. Is he?
No,
Oh, he's
no.
sitting right next to
I mean, he does have his sort of space off to one side, but it appears he's on a dinner break. Actually, make a perception check real quick.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Nat 20. As he slices into his steak, there's a flash of magic from the knife, and it cuts all the way through the steak, all the way through the plate, and into the table.
Oh no.
A Vorpal knife.
Huh.
It's fine.
A Vorpal butter knife. Yep. Yep.
A steak knife, but yeah, a Vorpal steak knife.
How does he react to that?
And then he goes to cut again, and it doesn't do it.
Huh.
The knife of beef slaying.
I take note of the Vorpal steak knife, with the intent of picking it up later, and then go to the dwarf and give her the same steak. Ask her if she's seen any men with strange tattoos, if they were there, like.
She is less helpful because she was head down. She will tell you up front, and she apologizes. She was head down in her business contracts and counting out coin. And did not notice anything. In fact, she looked up and realized that the entire tavern was empty before she knew anything was going on. She didn't even register all of the screams and yells and chaos.
You know who might have also seen something? Is the bard. He was playing as that day.
You would be close. No, you're playing.
And watching
right now.
women.
Oh no.
You don't know.
And
No,
men.
I don't. But
I'm gonna go back to the bartender and
Mhm.
ask if the bard was the same one that was doing music that night.
He was.
I don't wanna.
Help, but I am currently joking.
Yes. She just turns like bright red. But she's
Need a drink for you?
got pretty tawny skin. And walks over to the bard with the knife. So I saw the steak thing with the knife. That was weird.
Yeah, it was.
ooh, he's a whiny one.
Oh,
Attraction dogs.
you're pretty.
I'm gonna
Simi
take
is about to shut down.
As Simi reaches over, grabs his drink.
What's your name?
Grisla.
Grisla.
Is that your first name or your last name?
Does it matter?
Well, I just need to know if there's a Mr. Reisler.
Oh, wow,
Ooh, is
this
this
guy's good.
this might be a point in your favor or against you?
He's your womanly charm.
I'm not married.
He's a little.
Oh, so there's a chance.
I'm gonna take
you're
your
saying
knife
there's-
now.
Oh, take it. I don't know what's wrong with that bloody thing. It's never done that before.
So you were playing here the other night when the dragons attacked?
Oh, yes,
Right.
dreadful business that. I was in the middle of retelling the King Arthur story. And have you've heard that one? Yes.
There's a sword and a stone.
The young child raised by wizards. It's not doing anything for you. No? Well, it's a fantastic telling. You'll have to come in. I can do it. I tell you what, come back after hours. I'll give you a private performance.
Am I still like wooed?
He's not performing, no.
Oh, okay, he's not performing. Okay.
Oh, it was just the performance?
It's the performance because he's a bard.
That's helpful.
Pass thanks.
Your loss, but okay.
Anyway,
Please, not on me for dancing.
that night there was a couple sitting. Well, they're not a couple. Well, they they might have been a couple sitting in the middle of the room.
Oh yes, the tall human and the little halfling girl. Yes.
Oh, she was a little halfling girl.
Well, yes.
All
Oh,
halfling
no,
girls
I knew
are
that,
little.
Racist.
Sorry.
They
this
were
is-
both very cute.
I will take your word for that. So, they were approached at some point in the evening by two burly men with tattoos. Are you familiar with them?
I believe I've seen them around before. Yes, they make the rounds more than I do.
Make the rounds how?
Oh, every fortnight or so they'll come in and order drinks and then go sit with some noble lady or merchantess or something. And quite often, one or both of them go upstairs with the lass in question. Occasionally, young men too, although not as frequently. Mostly the ladies.
So the little halfling girl has been sex trafficked, is what I just heard.
Oh, people are gonna die.
Yeah, why is there a cold breeze coming in from the south? Like hell is about to descend upon this small town.
Would you know where they would normally be working or anything? To that
I'm
effect?
afraid not, no. I keep myself to myself at Bard's business and all that.
Who's the most nosy person that you know?
Well, at the moment, that's you, doll.
I saw that coming.
Yep.
I saw that coming. Aside from me, I have a reason to be asking these questions.
Oh, honestly, the nosiest person I know would be the captain of the guard, actually.
Of course.
One of those new chaps. He wears the Pelion Order badge, whatnot. I try to stay out of the politics. I'm just a humble performer. And he bows. He actually bows at the table to you.
You're a weird little man.
I like to consider myself eccentric.
Well, you pegged that one.
Ooh.
Do tell.
Phrasing!
Phrasing, Danny. You're dealing with a sex pest.
Oh, really? Do tell.
No, you're no. On that note, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm gonna go now.
I do so love it when I get to flirt with my wife on screen.
Badly?
I'd
Badly,
love to
yeah,
be
badly.
here to
Yeah,
voyeur
usually
it.
with me.
Better than all the times you've had to flirt with all the rest of us.
Right?
I feel like it was Steven most of the time.
It was always Steven. Or Britain.
Or Brayden, that's true.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go like deal with the order now. And talk to the captain of the guard.
So, wait, who are you talking to now?
So as I guess I would come. Well, I would end up back over when you finish your performance. I'll wait for you guys to
Very
finish
sharp
your
little
performance.
and I'm done.
Ole!
That was one
Ole.
single rendition of Enter Sandman.
With the flute.
So as you guys leave the dais, the bard stands back up and takes the stage in a very, performative fashion.
No, I don't wanna get out now.
Let's just go.
I'm like, whew,
I feel kind of bad everybody leaving as soon as he gets on stage.
we're a hard act
I don't
to
feel
follow.
bad.
You don't feel bad?
I don't feel bad. No.
Oh, we're
Leave
going.
your drink. Come on.
Or finish it quick. There you go.
But I paid for it.
Jug.
Where are we going?
Steph, 24 silver. Yes. 24 silver.
So I would let everybody know. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can actually tag along for this one or not. I gotta go check in with the order. Yeah, I don't
Where,
wanna.
did they know about where the girl is?
Wait, are you saying that out loud? Because you're supposed to be undercover still, right?
Well, I'm not saying it like in the inn.
Okay.
It's when we-
Okay.
'cause we-
Can we
That was
borrow your place
an
again?
impressive-ish save.
Is it closed down for the night?
It's my store. I can open it whenever I want.
Oh, right, no, but are there going to be people in there that we
Oh
need?
no! Just no.
Okay, would that be alright if we borrow that? Place?
We're heading
Sure,
back.
as long as you feel like you know what's going on.
Right, that's why I brought you along. We might need you for a kidnapping.
Ooh, fun.
Did you finish my hat?
Just about. It's almost done. Maybe another day or two.
I have such a little head.
I want to make sure it's perfect.
This head.
It's whatever I picked up off the table.
I'm gonna look. I'm like, thank you.
Actually, while we're in the store, I need to try it on to make sure I get the sizing right.
Okay. Okay. We'll go
But,
back. We'll go
yeah,
back.
if you want to come back to my store and talk, we can do that.
Maybe
Okay.
your friends are alive.
So
You know, that's a good point. Like maybe.
as you guys are leaving the inn,
Uh-huh.
as you guys are leaving the inn, the Prince and the Scribe, Kazik, a couple of young ladies
Oh no.
Ooh.
Be my
look like they can't be any more than 17, 18.
Oh, the prison.
Keith, I need some real clear lines here of like who is and is not a minor.
So 18, we'll say 18. Cross the street, eyes are glued to you, and both of them have sort of this flush in their cheeks, and the eyes have little hearts in them.
Kaz is gonna get kidnapped now.
Wait, like
I'm not in the
Actually
baby
have little
Bjorn.
hearts.
No,
Okay.
no, not actually, but it's like
Okay.
their eyes are glued to him, and it is clear what is on their
I
minds.
prepare
I'm
fireball.
at their feet, holding something. I'm not in the baby Bjorn.
And they're sort of whispering to themselves as they cross, and one of them comes right up to you, ignores all the rest of you, comes right up to you. Is there anything we can do for you, my lord?
Whoa.
My lord.
Whoa.
Weird.
Wait.
who are you?
Are these your retainers? Your and she's going to directly look at Lyra. She's going to directly look at Nyx. She's going to directly look at Simi. Are these others of your harem, my lord?
Oh god.
I stab an ankle with my skewer.
That's right. You guys are gonna be in jail first.
I say,
Oh,
I-
fancy meeting you all here.
I-
We're just chained up to the wall.
I block whatever Nyx is doing with my hand. Yeah, she tries to stab me. She stabs my hand instead.
I'm sorry. Who do you think you are?
I just say they're with me. What do you need?
Oh god.
No.
We need to. And both of them sort of.
Oh jeez.
Both of them go down to their knees in front of you. We need to do anything you would have us do, my lord.
What is
Simi
happening?
just goes over and like lifts them up by the collar one at a time.
I hope you're holding me back.
Okay, I walk over to them. I'm like, please, my children, just.
Oh,
I
My children? Look, I will let a lot of things pass, but that is not one of them, my
no,
friend.
it's not where we're going. All right, it's not where we're going. I say, it would make me very pleased for you to go back home and
And as soon as you say that, it's like they just deflate because you're clearly rejecting them at this point.
Good.
No, now they're going to kill us.
Were,
I'm
were we
fireball.
not worthy, my lord?
Oh my god.
What is going on?
Self-respect.
He's not a
I-
dragon.
I am not.
Blasphemy!
You
I
realize,
am not
like, I can
worthy
arrest
of
you, right?
your time. Please,
Oh,
please go back to whatever you were doing. I am not what you think I am.
This didn't happen over there.
I feel like this is new.
This didn't happen back in Faerun.
If you insist, my lord, is there any way we may gain your favor in the future?
There is no favor to be gained. I am not special. I am not what you think I am.
Whatever that is.
Oh. And one of the one that's been speaking just reaches up to stroke your cheek right over
No,
Nix.
I grab her.
Ooh.
I grab her.
But you are
Please.
so special, my lord.
No, please. These women here, if you do that, they're gonna vomit. Just please.
Killian.
You should have chosen a more resilient harem, my lord. We can be
They will
resilient
also
for you.
kill you if you continue to be here. So please, just go back home.
I start digging in my little bag for my components.
Hold up. Are you okay? Like,
Who hurt you?
twice. If you're being forced to talk to us.
We are just basking in his glory, his wonderful draconic glory.
If I hit you on the head, will you wake up and remember that you're being stupid?
You should probably not hit people on the
I'm-
streets.
I
I pause 'cause I'm about to cast harm. I'm just like,
Oh
Yeah,
god.
probably shouldn't do that.
disease.
Please. You have no idea how close you are.
For your own safety.
For your own
Please
safety.
stop.
Please go home.
As you wish, my lord. And she takes her friend by the arm and they turn and walk off and both of them, they sort of just watch over their shoulders and clearly heartbroken, clearly wondering what's wrong with them that you would reject them this way.
No, what is wrong with them?
What did one of you do?
Okay, Keith, who came up with this idea?
rumors.
What are you looking at me for?
Yes.
Can I roll to see if there's anybody watching these girls to see if they were successful? If this is some
Make-
kind of freaking ploy?
Make me a perception check.
Because
I'm
this
fascinated.
is some cult level bullshit.
Dispel magic.
What did you want me
Perception.
to roll? Athletics.
Wait.
12.
12? Doesn't appear to
Like,
anyone
we don't
watching.
So
roll
Yosa says you rolled a 2.
Doesn't
Can
appear as if anyone's watching them.
Can I use my
No.
passive?
Certainly
You've
not.
already rolled it. Sorry.
I would actually probably see if they were walking towards a group or something like that, because maybe this has some sort of connection with the other weirdnesses that are going on. I don't know.
Maybe we should get him in disguise.
Probably don't know jack crap. It's an 18.
How do you disguise a tree trunk?
18.
Making
They're
a
not making their way towards any group of people or whatever, but and they are, as they're going, they are sort of still watching over their
But this-
shoulder.
Okay, so this is a problem.
Once they get far enough away, they turn and start, paying attention to where they're going, still sort of arm in arm. But you notice that right before they sort of wander around a corner, there's a little pamphlet falls out of one of their pouches and lands on the street.
I go and
It's a pamphlet.
pick
It's
it up.
Dell's.
No.
Banishment. Just kidding.
It's gotta
I'll
be
go
Dell's.
pick
Yeah, I was
it
to
up.
say it's a pamphlet. It's
No way
Dell's.
she started a dragon cult.
No. But if they were all depicted as
Okay.
super hots.
So
Oh gosh.
you pick it up, and it is a pamphlet extolling the virtues of dragons and dragonkin.
Oh, God.
So when you say virtues, Keith, Yeah, okay. Yep.
muscles
Virtues.
and some
Asset.
of the illustrations are quite explicit.
Yep.
They are not, however, Dell's. It is Dell's style. Dell's
Oh
inspired,
no! She inspired a movement.
but it is not a Dell's drawing.
That is gonna bring Dell's out.
We're gonna find Dels because she's gonna come here to murder whoever is copying her style.
I mean, that'll make their
So,
job easier.
Keswick. I don't remember that ever happening in Faerun.
That's never happened.
That's exciting.
That's exactly what we need is one weird Looney Tune freaking religious cult in this town isn't enough. We gotta have more.
I wouldn't say it's a religious cult though.
They threw themselves at your feet and called you Lord.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Well, that Lord can be status. It's not like my Lord God. Like it's,
Was it? Because it kind of looked like my Lord God.
I thought it was like a status. They think I'm a
Wait,
high
would that
lord.
make
Maybe.
you like a cleric?
What?
Or like a divine messenger?
No.
Maybe we should disguise you.
How?
As an
Actually-
ox?
Look at the man.
I said,
Yeah.
I
how
know.
do you disguise a tree trunk? And he said, how about like a tree?
Oh dear.
Make him an ent.
Because that's not gonna not draw
What about
eyes.
our orcs?
He's already drawing eyes.
Then everybody will just think he's a tree god.
But are they gonna try to like throw themselves at the tree god?
Probably, because
Why
there's
don't-
more than one dragonborn in the world. Not many more, but there's more than one.
Or
I've
just
never seen
get
a
him
walking
hood
tree.
in a cloak or something, put a mask on, and
Do we maybe want to continue this conversation in a minute, like when we're not on the street?
That's fair.
We do all of our
Fine.
best
I gotta go
conversations
change
out in the middle
and
of everything.
Go to the order.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have this habit.
we'll be at my place when you're done.
Okay. I will meet you guys.
On the
there.
walk home, I just chastised him because he made me stab him.
You could have just let me stab him.
You could just let me stab him.
Just a little bit. It's just a little stab.
When would I have made the appointment?
It's
for
not the
this?
worst
Sure.
idea, but then get to deal with bodies and
Actually, it's getting pretty close to that time.
Okay. So I'll go back to the store and
Okay.
I'll change after I meet up with him.
Okay.
Just again, you just pick her up so she can't reach anything.
So our two wagon robbers. What are you guys doing?
Well, since they're not at the Flotsam and Jetsam, stepping outside and be like, so you said you could find people, right?
Yep.
We should probably find them so that we have alibis.
Yep. Busy street.
Busy street.
I will pull out just some chalk. My roll of chalk. Which one?
Rain.
I will just draw a little symbol in my hand because we are on a busy street. I will use my meta magic feat to cast it silently.
Nice.
Okay.
And
Nice.
I will close my eyes and know within 1,000 feet where he is.
Okay.
Yes.
There he is, right there.
Ah! I point over to Rain.
Oh, good job. Let's go, John.
Hey.
Yeah, so we're just gonna walk up and you can tell Killian's trying to be casual, and he's not doing it terrible, but you can tell he's trying to be casual. Hi guys.
We're going to Castian's place.
Great.
Sounds like a wonderful place.
Oh,
Cool.
what happened?
We sing some songs.
I mean,
you guys do.
Why does something have to happen?
Nothing. We walked around looking for you guys.
Oh,
We
man.
walked around looking for you guys. Let's hurry off to Castian and get off the street.
A squad of guards comes trotting across the intersection in front of you guys.
I wonder what's
Okay.
going on.
Off the
Away from
street,
us then?
please.
Away from-
Like
Okay.
the performance that
It
we
was
did?
wonderful. I'm so glad we were there for it.
Yeah,
But
thanks.
they were not there.
They were.
We were. You just didn't notice us. We were
You
being.
were so busy killing
we were in
up
the
there,
back.
you didn't even notice them.
Aw.
Here, have some drink.
She just What I didn't hear, have piece of candy.
Okay, let's get inside. Is Gazette coming inside?
Yeah, I'm gonna go inside.
Okay.
You don't want to get bombarded by.
It's like those
the
ladies
locals.
might come back. Might follow you.
Okay, now I'll close everything up and
Okay.
yeah.
So it was a success, but it didn't go quite as easy as planned.
What did you
Does
do?
it ever?
No.
What?
Did Simi come with us?
I would have been. I'd have split off to go to meet my.
Okay.
How big is the ink thing you're carrying?
So they were moving it when we got to it,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to sort of improvise. So I sort of grabbed the whole wagon load, not just the one thing. So I'm not sure yet.
Ooh, fun.
Where is it?
In a box in my backpack.
You stole a wagon?
It's a long story.
Well,
That must not have been a lot.
I hold out the key. You can stay at my place for tonight if you
Well,
want.
so if we store the stuff in your place, though, as soon as it closes, it gets kicked out, right?
Yes, but if I
There's 24
can
hours.
spend 24 hours to refine the ink, and you can go through whatever else.
Well,
is in
we can
there.
also just store it in our friend's safe place.
But I can
which
make
is why-
facilities that can process the ink.
Yeah, but we don't have to hide it
What?
there. Anyway, I think for right now we keep it in the box so that it's easy to move.
Okay.
We have acquired some goods from the Apellian Order.
If you let me go through it, I'm sure I can find a buyer for it.
Oh, I'm sure. I like I said, I have a whole wagon load. I'm not sure exactly what it was.
It's all in your backpack.
It's in a box in my backpack.
Stole things you don't know what it is.
I know
That's the fun
what part of it is.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you go
Lucas
through
told us about some magic ink that he could make good use of, and otherwise the Apellian Order was going to get it. So we acquired it.
How big is this box?
That's why you were floating in the air.
No, that's easy to hide.
Pardon?
We saw you floating in the air.
Oh,
Oh,
you
building
saw
site.
that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we did.
Floating, swinging, flying,
that
whatever.
was an issue. I didn't
Hopefully
think
nobody else noticed you, or can remember who you are.
Yeah,
It was.
I did have nondescript going, but who
So
knows?
where did Simi go?
So there's a non-kidnapping thing happening, and
Someone got kidnapped and we're going to unkidnap them.
yeah, non-kidnapping.
Rescue. The word you want to use is
She
rescue.
kept saying
I know,
Yeah.
I'm sure she did.
I also said rescue, and she did not respond, and so I assumed we were going with non-kidnapping.
I said that word. Yeah, that's the one.
But she had to go talk to the Apellian Order about something. You know, the guys you just stole from.
Hopefully she doesn't get sent to hunt us down.
Or hopefully I do. I don't know. It's better in that particular.
On the upside, I'm very confident they don't know who I was.
Well, that's good.
But it did get a little. It was less covert than I would have liked.
Okay.
I mean, we did see him floating around in the air.
That's not the part that wasn't covert.
That.
We stole a wagon while it was on the move, and then I had to drop a smoke bomb to get away.
As long as they're not able to identify you, then.
I don't think they'll be able to identify me, but it was not. I was hoping we could, get into the whatever it was in,
little
take
more-
them out,
little
put
more
it back. They
gracefully.
wouldn't know till
Yeah.
later. Yeah, it was not that.
Yeah,
I play the flute. I want to go with you guys next time.
The flute playing was fun.
It was pretty good.
Anyway, but so probably tomorrow, Castian, I will make use of your storage space to
Okay.
stash everything we took.
Fair enough.
Anyway, so yeah, we were with you the whole time, and if anyone asks, we don't know anything about any of it.
Well,
Yep.
Rain and I juggled, and she played the flute.
Did
Sounds
Simi
like a
went
pretty
went
normal
around
day.
and asked questions.
Yeah, so kidnapping?
Yeah, some rich guy merchant's daughter met up with some other rich guy merchant's son for their first merchant meeting. The dragon thing happened, and in the kerfluffle, she disappeared.
So why are we assuming
who
it's
is
a
this?
kidnapping?
Because her dad's rich, I don't know.
Who is this?
it's a rich person thing.
It's a
The
job.
last name is Smooth Hands.
Smooth hands. Do I
Wait,
know the
wait.
smooth hands?
Oh, we're getting paid?
You would have heard of them. They're one of the merchant
City
families.
Well, if the
Nader.
parents are rich,
Oh yeah, there's been a ransom asked for.
yes.
That's
Yes.
that's why we know
That's
it's a
why it's
kidnapping.
kidnapping.
I've been
Who are we doing this job for?
Simi's doing it for the Appellian Order.
So we're not getting paid.
No.
Or we saved them and then hold for ransom.
Or the gold can magically disappear. I mean, no. No. We're turning over a new leaf.
Are we?
Are
I
you saying
said-
all of this out loud?
I don't have an inner monologue.
His inner monologue is an outer monologue.
I love that.
Are we turning over a new leaf, or you just stole from the?
Yeah, I'm not sure we're turning over a new leaf. This is the second time I know of that you stole from the Appellian Order.
I haven't stolen anything yet. Here.
Same. Here.
Okay.
Technically, I haven't stolen. I just trade.
Where did you get the things you trade?
Sounds like it's it.
let me get you caught up with
Fell
what you
off the
missed.
back of a wagon.
Exactly. Exactly right.
So what you missed is while we were with you in the tavern, Lucas and I tactically acquired some
Got our magic ink?
a wagon load of goods.
Well, let's talk about that.
Will we?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have to talk about that too. You're not the only one that can make some use out of that.
Oh.
You strategically transported equipment to alternate locations.
Exactly.
Yes.
I feel like customs is gonna bite me in the ass.
Anyway, so we gotta lay
No,
low
I
because
got
it's
inside
currently
of
the
that.
wagon load is currently in a box in the box in my bag.
Got it.
Was it a small one?
No.
No, it's just.
Like
Makes stuff
compresses in the box.
Like a bag of hope?
Not
Box of holding.
Ish.
yes, but more compact. But I have to unpack everything in the box to get anything out. So like bag of holding, you can just pull stuff out, put stuff in. This is like I take everything in the room and store it in a box, and then I have to put it all back in the room to get into any items.
It's like a zip file.
Yeah.
But it also, unlike a bag of holding, it is stored in suspended animation. So nothing. If you stored something that needed oxygen, it would be fine. You can store things that are fresh, and they will remain fresh. They will only deteriorate while they're outside of the box. It's very useful.
Time Lord Art.
Hmm?
Time Lord Art.
There is a limit to how big a thing can be. I also can't store living beings in the box. We tried that once. It doesn't work. James was a good man for volunteering for that job.
Alas, poor James.
B. James?
Or the James.
He runs my company, or my former company now.
His company now.
Yeah, his company now.
Okay. Yeah, if you keep it in a box, keep it in your bag. I mean,
Yeah, I just wanted you to know, so you know, if the guards come knocking at your door, we have to run.
Do we know?
I do. But anyway, so we should. I also need to talk to Simi so that she doesn't start really hunting down whoever stole these things. I want her to know very quickly that it was us that stole it.
Because she'll find you.
Yeah.
She's very good at that.
She seems like the type.
Speaking of Simi, as you're approaching your offices, near to closing time, but also time for your appointment, you do see Bassam sort of coming up to the door as well. Good evening, Miss Arisa.
Good evening. Please come in.
Of course.
Bring him in. So, while I would be happy to arrange some trade agreements with you and different things to that effect, what was it that you wanted to tell me that you couldn't before?
This was supposed to be my first big break with my dad's company. and I had some very clear parameters for what I could and could not offer to Dee's company. And I was going to give her a better deal than that. Because I kind of like her.
You kind of like her?
Yeah. And he sort of rubs the ring box shaped package in his pocket. It's like, yeah, I kind of like her a lot, actually.
How long have you kind of liked her a lot?
Well, we grew up in the same circles. We've known each other for a long time. We like the same things. I've kind of liked her a long time.
And you don't think that would go over well with your dad?
Oh, I think he'd be ecstatic. I think he'd be over the moon. It's any relationship could be seen as a business deal, a merger kind of thing.
So why were you concerned about him knowing?
I was more concerned about him knowing I was going to cut her a better deal than he told me to. That's bad business. And as much as he would like to see me happy and see our companies merge, it's still bad business, and he doesn't forgive bad business.
Fair enough. Okay. So, had you noticed anyone nearby to her? Anybody that has been following her, following you?
I haven't noticed anyone following me. I haven't noticed anyone following her specifically.
Do you happen to know any people with very distinctive tattoos that?
Make me an insight check real quick.
Oh,
You're
okay.
so good at it.
13 plus 9 maybe?
Oh,
plus
that's
8.
good.
That's pretty
So, 21.
good. 13 plus 9 is 22.
Oh, jeez.
Close.
It's been a
Close!
rough day.
Okay. You can tell that when you ask about someone following people, he is very truthfully saying that no one is. He doesn't know of anyone who has been following her, but he's also not saying something else.
He's been following.
Just rough him up a little
Look,
bit.
kid.
Just rough him up.
I want to help you find this girl. It seems really crappy that she has been kidnapped and is being ransomed. You're going to have to tell me everything. It does you no good to not talk about this.
So I have known Dee for a long time, right? And I don't know, something in the last 6 months or so, she's been distracted. She's been not herself. And it was right about the time her new maid showed up, and I thought it might have been just trying to settle in with the new lady's maid and whatever, but it's been getting really. She's been getting more and more distracted lately.
Why did you think the maid had...
I don't know that it's the maid.
But
It's just that
coincided?
the timing is sort of coincidental, and in our businesses at least we tend not to believe in coincidence.
So when you say that she's been getting distracted, how?
Whenever we've talked, it's like she's not been present in the room. Like she's been thinking about something else.
Okay. You've discussed this with her?
No, I'm
Great start.
don't know if you can tell. I'm a little awkward.
I mean, same. But it's kind of important when you're going to be, trying to marry this girl to communicate anyway.
You think so?
Yeah, communication's a little important. You're going to suck at it, and that's going to be okay, but
I want you real quick to make an insight check.
Nat 20.
Don't worry, you'll suck.
Oh shit, Akerai.
You just incited yourself.
Hey, I try to talk to him. Not good at it.
It just, you're kind of seeing a little bit of yourself in this kid.
There are some much different circumstances at play there, but yes. Yeah. So that's a thing you're gonna have to work on. I'll look into the maid.
Okay.
I'm also going to check with some of my nosy folks in the order and see if they recognize the guys with the tattoos. If you see anybody with incredibly distinctive tattoos, come back, let me know. And
Okay.
I'll see about trying to find out some things about them.
Okay. If I see anything, I'll let you know.
And you can tell your father that we have made further plans to negotiate for business for next week,
Oh,
and
I
I've been
guess-
very impressed with your business skills.
Okay. Do you want me to give you the pitch or whatever, so that at least you know what I'm selling?
I guess, sure.
Okay. This is better with the slides, but okay.
Oh no, he was gonna PowerPoint.
The timeshare.
So he goes through this whole spiel about.
This is called the blockchain.
So he goes through this whole spiel about how the co-op that his family represents had this idea that now that there are fire-breathing dragons out, there needs to be some way to negate their fire weapons. So the co-op is looking for funds to do research and a breeding program to breed fireproof sheep.
Fireproof sheep.
We feed them exclusively asbestos.
Fireproof sheep.
I mean,
No, Sydney's like, okay, but wait a second.
the fireproof sheep is fireproof.
I'm gonna need you to bring the slides next time.
Will do.
Okay.
I'm gonna need the full presentation. I
I have so many questions. You
You
might
licked
answer
me.
them in that presentation,
Okay,
but
yeah, we can totally set that up.
consider
Absolutely.
my interest picked. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go have this other conversation while thinking in the back of my head about fireproof sheep. Okay. Thank you.
Does this mean they
She'll shake his hand.
fireproof sheep?
I'm gonna try and get your lady friend back for you.
I am really so worried
Is this
about
venture
her.
capital or-
So that would be awesome. Thank you.
Keep your eyes open for anything odd.
I
And
will
let me know.
absolutely as soon as I see, if I see anything, if I see anything, I'll let you know.
Thank you. Okay. And now I'm
And
gonna.
he reaches out and hugs you.
Okay, we're doing this. Okay. All right.
Bye. And he turns and is gone.
Okay, I'm gonna change now. I'm go change and go talk to
Okay.
my.
I think that is actually going to be a good spot to leave things off for the evening, and we can pick back up here next week as things progress. We will let you guys know next week via the Discord server when we are going to be streaming, so be sure you check that out. You can also check us out on our YouTube channel. All of our back episodes show up there on YouTube. You can go over there, search for Casual Cactus. Casual with a C, Cactus with a K, and you'll be able to find everything that we've done video wise. I've only said that 500,000 times, so clearly they're picking up on it. All of our back episodes, one shots, other campaigns, the previous full length campaign, board gaming, pretty much anything we do video-wise winds up out on the Casual Cactus channel. So if you want to pick up more of our play style, see how we are around the table, that is going to be your best place to go to find that out. It's going to do it for us here tonight. Hope you had fun. I had a blast. I think the table did too. We will catch you guys next week at 6:30 Mountain Time on Monday evening. Until then, remember,
Grab your bats and grab your balls.
and if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.